So this is the second part of the Palace of a Heart's Desire. You guys arrived here last time we played. Quick recap. Portia did a reading before you entered the place, and the first card told a Fey magic to blast your enemies, and it was an elementalist, so 5 colors involved, and you found some roses that seem to match that, and they also offer you protection. Then you found a card that talked about a powerful force for good, and it was a paladin card, and you have seen the paladin falling to his death in the palace. Then you had a card that told of a weapon of power, and it was the traitor card, and that led you to a reading of a treasure vault behind a door of many locks, and you have found a door of many locks in the palace. Then you had a card that shed light on who could help you, and it was the horseman, and that was a little unknown to you, maybe a dangerous beast of some sort. White should be involved, could be your ally, but it's caged. And then lastly, enemies are manifold, the inverted executioner, and your enemies are executing treacherous justice in this realm, in the old court at the heart of the palace, and you found Kellic at the heart of the palace. So you entered the palace garden, you discovered a pavilion full of petitioners who were here to see the Sebilna. None of them had got in to see her yet. And you also found a gift left to you by Sir Talavar, the little dragon that you rescued early on, a chime of opening. In the garden, you saw that many things are frozen in time here. You found the roses, you met the Iron Guardians, and you know that if you place the crown on one head, some doors are open, and if you place the crown on another head, some doors will open. You entered the Palace of Heart's Desire, where you found the courtyard open to the sky with a floor of a churning storm. Exploring the towers of that, you found some crystallized gems, which could summon forth creatures, but you used them all, unfortunately. There might be more up there. You haven't seen all of them, you don't think. You saw a hole blasted in the tower, and a member of Valor's Call suspended over the churning storm as it blasted out of the tower just as time froze. You went to help him and saw Babylorna in the tower, looking back at you. And a battle ensued there. You killed Babylorna, and you think that's the end of the Hourglass Coven. But that did not resume time. You explored the tower, found a black book embossed with images of a lion and a heart with a long list of names in it. You found a vault door with an inscription that said, "Speak my name." You tried many names and none of them worked. You ran into Kellic and Warduke and had a tense standoff with them, and they agreed to let you go. You offered that you'd help get Ringo Ren's staff for Kellic. You found a 3-level mahogany table with 3 gleaming bell jars, each containing a visage wreathed in mist. The lowest one, a young woman in raven black hair. The middle one, a middle-aged woman with long white hair. And the highest one, a white-haired crone. They all look to be the same person at 3 different stages of life. And then Jotaro touched the jar, and then they looked like a little baby bunny rabbit. And then Jotaro as he is now, and then old Jotaro. So you met Sebilna's butler, Thinnings. Thinnings told you that he was away at the time of their freezing, and that he had since been spying on what was going on here. So he had some useful information for you. He said that the hags had used Sebilna's cauldron to freeze the Archfey and most of her court. And the hags had left the League of Malavents, being Kellic and Warduke and others, in charge of the palace while they were gone. Years ago, you learned that Sebilna befriended a Jabberwock and trained it to drink from her cauldron, and that it loiters around the cauldron. You learned that Sebilna's great owl, Bloodybeak, is the only thing that could drive away the Jabberwock. You learned to free a creature frozen in time, you must touch it with a unicorn horn, which Portia has, while speaking its true name. And Thinnings told you that Sebilna is not Sebilna's true name. It is actually Igwilv. And you learned that the League of Malavents is searching Prismere for the unicorn horn, so that Kellic can free Ringo Run, his archenemy, and steal the Staff of Power. Lastly, you defeated 2 Lamia, who were in the palace to spy for the demon prince Grizzit, and Grizzit believes that Tasha and Igwilv are one and the same, and he wants proof. That's
Tasha
where we ended.
and Igwilv, or Sebilna and Igwilv?
Well,
It's all three.
all three. All three could be the same person, as far as you know.
What? Okay, I have not made that association with Tasha yet. Whoa, my mind is blown. Okay.
So you're in the bedroom now of Sebilna. You're pretty sure. There's a broken mirror there. There's a chess set. You've heard rumors of Igwilv playing chess with demon princes and arch wizards and such, and this might be the very chess set she does it with. You have one door you haven't explored out of the room, and the other door that you came into the room from. You're all in pretty good health. So, where do you want to go from here? Oh, let's do some quick intros. You all the same level, so just real quick intros. Big Blue, go ahead.
Can you skip me for just 1 second?
You bet. Next will be Jotaro.
Jotaro, the Harengon Ranger, is an agent of the Sealy Court. He serves the Sealy Court because it allows him to explore the multiverse, which is his primary drive in life. He was tasked with assisting a warlock discover the fate of the warlock's patron, Sebilna, ruler of Prismir, and that is what he has been working to accomplish.
All right. Next, we got Maynard.
Maynard was raised by a theater company where he mastered stage fighting and has since applied it to swashbuckling fighting in real life. You might remember him from his performance in Duet, the Demogorgon musical. It was so successful that it spawned a sequel.
I remember him from the musical Displacer Beasts.
Indeed. And now he's trying to write this place in the Feywild.
Okay, next we got Portia.
Portia was a member of the Witchlight Carnival. She had been acting as their resident fortune teller for a couple of years and had been a Witchlight hand before that. She's got some of her own motivations for having set out on this adventure that she keeps close to her vest, but she thinks that this attempt to help the warlock figure out what has happened to Sebilna might help her in her own quest.
Tiny G.
Tiny is a fairy barbarian who is sure that his no good Uncle Daniel's playing tricks on him, even though deep down he is pretty certain that he is just going to be like this. He was able to grow 3 inches. No one's really visibly seen which direction, but we can all assume tall-wise. And
That's not what I would tell people.
And he's been blessed with some fairy magic that allow his rages to spark butterflies, and he can help his caster friends.
And Big Blue.
Yep. Big Blue is neither big or blue. Is also a fairy, kind of an orphan by consequence of staying on the side when he traveled the carnival over into the normal world. I don't even know what we call it. We call it the Feywild versus the normal wild. So crossing over with the caravan, he wasn't able to get back to his family, kind of got soaked up by the clergy. And I think his life has kind of come full course. He's trying to use the kind of the excuse of the warlock's bidding to go look for his patron, but also in reality, trying to figure out maybe why nobody came to get him. I don't know. That's a little sappy, but Big Blue's kind of a sappy guy. So that's sappy. Little blue, not blue, fairy.
Okay, you guys get back to your feet. Get your weapons all ready. There's a pair of doors to the south that beckon. Otherwise, the palace remains behind you, where you came from. Where do you want to go?
Should we return to the many locks door? I feel like we have our answer now.
Yes, we should.
You're not on mute. That's okay. Before you leave here, do you want to go through those doors to the south?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we can explore on the way, but I
Okay.
feel like that would
The
be worth
ultimate
doing.
destination is the mini lock store. I like it. Can you
go.
center us, Tom?
You betcha. Hopefully I got you even on the right map.
You
should
do,
see- you
and
should
I see myself
chest
now.
set. All right, so the
Yes.
doors to the south open up to reveal that room there. And inside that room, you see a walk-in wardrobe. There's hinged panels along the walls that swing outward to display a variety of exquisitely crafted robes, gowns, scarves, headdresses, stockings, etc. Items remove themselves from hooks and hangers and float in the air of their own accord, allowing you to see them more closely. A quick search of this dressing room reveals nothing extra here, but you could take a fortune worth of designer gowns. All right.
I'll do this way us down.
Yeah. Back down the hallway, out of the room, leads you past a lion door, which you can't open. Unless, of course, you used your chime of opening. But that's up to you. Assuming you keep going, you go past thinnings, and then you come to this intersection in the hall. There are 4 sets of double doors down that hallway, which seems to dead end at its end. And the path you came was to the left, down the spiral staircase that's in the tower to your east from the intersection. So from this intersection, do you want to check out the doors or go down the tower stairs?
We'll check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we are
Check out the doors while you're there. So the first room that you come to on your left as you're heading in that direction
Ooh, there's somebody here.
Yeah, there's someone there. This white room holds a 4-poster bed, a wardrobe, and a dressing table. And there's a bell pull mounted on the wall by the door. There's a handsome young man in a white nightshirt sleeping in the bed. And he is frozen in time. Checking the wardrobe, you find some outfits that magically tailor themselves to you, but otherwise nothing of value in that room. The room to the other side of the hall. Oh, and nothing identifies the young man.
Oh,
None of you know
that was gonna be my
him.
question.
Yeah, none of you know him. And he is in stasis, so not moving at all. Across the hallway is a green room. And that green room has a well-dressed forest gnome standing on a stool in front of a vanity looking into a mirror as she combs her green hair. There's some various cosmetics and bottles of perfume on the vanity. The gnome is also frozen in time. And quick search of that room finds no additional treasure there. The next doors is a blue room. And inside the blue room is a open window. It's the first thing you notice. That looks out over the Court of Storms. And you can see the Great Tower across the way as well. There's no one in this room. There are a line of bluebirds perched motionless on the sill of the open window, frozen in time. Quick search of that room, no treasure there. And your last room, down this hallway, looks like this. The red room. And that's what the picture is. Right here. Right there we go. Same furnishings as the other rooms. Another bell pull here. There's an elf with long hair standing in the middle of the room, holding a crystal goblet of water, and tied to his belt is a glass-handled rapier. A goblin stands next to him, holding a tray with a decanter of water, both of them frozen in place. The rapier, you can actually... Actually, no, not when he's frozen in place. The rapier's glass handled, but you can't move it or budge it. You found that about everyone. Anyone frozen in place, if there's something on them, you can't move it. As long as the items are separated from people, you can move everything around, no problem. But like if you walked up to that elf and tried to grab the crystal goblet out of his hand, you can't budge it.
And he's like abnormally heavy too, right? Like the paladin, like we can't move him.
Yeah, you can't move the person either. It's like they are frozen in place as well as in time. So that clears that hall. So from here, do you want to go back to the tower and down the stairs?
I believe so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you get back to the tower, head down the stairs from there. That takes you down to this room over here. So if you can move your guys over there. That room has a lion door to the east, and to the west is a hallway. Which direction would you like to go?
Wrong button. I vote the stag or the heart door
The one
because
that's
we can't open it.
the
Yeah.
one right
I
around the corner
like
there.
it.
Okay. I will draw that out for you. So, opening up the heart door reveals to you guys a changing room. One of the walls, the one on the south, is lined with wooden cubicles, each containing a small bench and a hook for hanging clothes. Underfoot, a mosaic floor depicts images of demons. And there are a set of double doors to the right. Quick search of the room, you don't see anything of value. Anything else you'd like to do here? Or where would you like to go after that?
I mean, may as well take a peek through those doors, right?
Okay.
Are they locked?
Opening the doors to the north. Reveals a enormous room.
Whoa.
Steam rises from a murky bathing pool. The tiled floor around the bath is cracked and ruined, as though something huge had stomped across it. Whatever caused this damage also left a gaping hole in one wall, through which you can see open air and the twilight sky. And there's a big gaping hole in the other wall where doors might have once been. So this hole in the wall goes to the outside. The path of broken tiles and such seem to come between that outside opening and the door opening.
Gotcha.
A quick look around the room finds nothing of value in it. Make a survival check if you want to try. I'm going to grab your tokens and move you over there for you. Those of you who haven't moved yet.
I do want to make a survival
I'll
check.
be right over there. There. Now you're all together right here.
Is this something I can give Jotaro guidance on?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's going to be an 11 plus guidance.
13.
So 13.
Okay, so the tracks or the creature that has stomped across the place is four-legged, and you find a big green scale as well. So it almost looks draconic. It's definitely reptilian.
Does it
if you had to
rhyme with
guess,
Wabber talk?
yeah, if you'd had to guess, you'd say that's what it was. And it seems to come and go through this room, and maybe bathe in that pool.
Maybe the cauldron is to the east.
Looking
go,
through the opening to the east, you can see larger room here. And there's actually, before we go to that room, something in the pool. So when you get to the edge of the pool and look in, let's see here. At the bottom of the pool, amid the bones of berries and goblins, are some treasures. A pair of silver armlets, an ornate steel dagger that whispers soon whenever its wielder falls asleep, and a silver helmet adorned with a black feather. Okay, then the room that you can see to the east of this big room, the furnishings in that room have all been smashed. It may have been a stateroom of some sort. And through that room, there's another opening where doors once were, and a pair of double doors that are closed.
I don't know if I want to follow the tracks too deeply until we come across the owl.
I agree.
Sounds
But,
good to me.
But we could look through the double doors.
I'll sneak ahead if that helps.
Go for it, Jotaro. You can have a guidance on you, and then make a stealth check.
All right. Stealth. That's going to be a 21. You should take off that disadvantage armor thing because I changed to studded leather.
Gotcha. Okay. 21, do you want to add guidance to it?
That 21 with guidance.
Oh, 21 with guidance. Okay. All right. So you're tiptoeing forward.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I'll put you here. You want to like peek around the corner of that room? See what you can see?
Yes.
Okay.
This one, right?
But no, I'm going to look through this opening first.
First from here. From right here, you can see some stuff. So let me show you what you see there. So
Okay.
from there, you can see... You see some creatures frozen in place. There is a bullywog knight. You see a fairy floating in the air about 5 feet off the ground. And you see a little cadre of goblins, about 5 of them. These goblins are a little different in that they all have wings. But their wings are folded up and they're on the ground. And you see another fairy about 10 feet off the ground over here. Looks like maybe some doors on the other side of the hall. So that's what you can see from where you're at right here. And
Are they bird wings on the goblins or insect wings?
Insect wings.
Okay.
Then, do you want to get to these doors here and open them, or you want to go to the corner over here?
I want to go to the corner and peek around since there's nothing separating me from
Okay.
this
First, when you get to there, you can hear something big breathing. A steady, slow breathing like it's asleep. Do you want to get a little closer so you can see what it is?
I do.
Okay, of course you do. Stepping closer, you can see you can see this whole chamber open up before you.
There's the cauldron. There's Sebilna.
What?
So, let me draw, let's see here, 22. Okay, so the Grand Ballroom lies before you. The northern part of its floor is littered with the splintered remains of doors that have been knocked from their hinges, leaving openings. Throughout the ballroom, there's a row of courtiers, and they all stand motionless. Their eyes are all fixed on the black iron cauldron atop a dais in the middle of the chamber. Dark vapors rise from the cauldron, and a huge, dragon-like monster is coiled around it. The dragon's body twitches slightly as its closed eyelids flutter as it dreams. 2 figures are frozen statue-like off to one side of the cauldron, an imperious, middle-aged woman with long white hair and white robes, and a younger woman clad in armor and wearing a white cape. The older woman, named Sebilna in that miniature, is reaching desperately toward the cauldron, while the armored woman at her side is grasping a fine-looking quarterstaff. Everyone's motionless. You see a pair of drow. You see a half-orc. In fact, that half-orc looks familiar. He, you think, was the same one who was coming for the unicorn horn.
And he looks motionless?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then there's fairies floating all around the place. A couple of quicklings on the ground. There's one right there. Another one somewhere else. Oh, yeah, another one over here. The doors on the south end here are all lion doors. And that's the chamber.
So I'm going to sit here and watch that half orc for a while, because timing-wise, he should not have, like, by the time we saw him, whatever happened to Sebilna should have already happened, I would have thought. So he wouldn't have been, I wouldn't have thought he would have been caught.
Okay, make a perception check. And then also make a stealth check for me.
So the perception is 17. The stealth is 20.
Okay. He is motionless.
Interesting.
The only thing moving in that chamber is that dragon. But he's asleep. His eyes twitch. He breathes in big, heavy breaths. And breathes them back out again. Cauldron is kind of got wispy purple smoke coming up from it. Let's see, what else can you see from here? You see all the doors around the place. You see the lion embossed doors to the south. To your left, you see part of another chamber. You can't see far into it. And then ahead, you see another chamber, also smashed.
Okay. Well, I'll sneak back and let the others know what I found.
Okay.
Do you want me... I'll ask, do you want me to try to sneak up there and... what is it we need to do with the unicorn horn and the cauldron?
Well, supposedly, I think it will unstop the time.
So you have heard from Thinnings. To free a creature frozen in time, you must touch it with a unicorn horn while speaking its true name.
Oh, we touched the creature with the unicorn horn.
Correct.
Okay, so do you want me to sneak up and touch Sebilna and say Igwilv?
I am convinced that will that the Jabberwock will notice you. And I don't want to engage the Jabberwock unless we have something known to be strong against it.
What is it that we know will be strong against it?
The owl. Bloody beak.
Okay.
Which I don't know what kind of owl it is. I'm currently suspecting that maybe it is the trapped white thing. If it's a big white owl, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with us exploring a little bit more before rocking this thing out.
Okay. So you still...
Is the horn a single use? Do we know that?
You don't know that.
Well, I say we don't use the horn before... That the first person we use the horn on is Sebilna. Do we want to try to check these doors here first before we leave?
If we are supremely confident that we can open them without disturbing.
Jotaro is extremely confident.
Yes, he is.
He takes a sniff, and he's like, yes, we can do anything. We can fly to the moon. Do you want to fly to the moon? We can fly to the moon.
Can I have a sycamore seed that will do pass without trace? Can I use that on a different person, or will that work on all of us if I drop it?
That's a good question.
Or, I guess I'm supposed to consume it, it says.
Affected by pass without
I'm still
trace,
listening, but I'll be quiet for a minute as I go tell my kids to get their butts to bed.
Okay.
Anyway, if Jotaro is very insistent about looking at those doors, I'm going to ask that he eat this.
Okay. All right. So you do. He eats it and quietly, stealthily opens those doors to reveal another heart door in the hallway there. Right there. So he stealthily closes them. You guys can circle back around to this door here and down the hallway quietly. You got pass without trace going. So you're pretty confident you can make it to that door and open it without alerting anyone.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. Opening that chamber reveals... the cabinets inside this place contain martial weapons of every type and all of extremely well done craftsmanship and beauty, all worth at least twice as much as a normal weapon of its type.
But none that look especially magical.
Detect magic would tell you that.
Does anybody have detect magic as a ritual?
I
think
thought
you do.
that Blue did.
I have it as a ritual. I can do that.
Okay,
10
Big Blue.
minutes. Yep.
None of the weapons here are magical, despite their obvious value.
Okay.
So, would you like to take any of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you gather up.
I'll-
You gather up a few stuff you can easily carry. Just gorgeous weapons, all of them. And then, well, you can pretty much go anywhere you want, right? You have the ability to fly back up to the tower, so you could do that. Is that where you want to go? If you come down to, like, here, you can access a flying buttress bridge, and from there you can fly up to the hole in the tower, which takes you up to the second level, where you fought Babylorna, which was over here. And you can follow the stairs up to the level of the Black Book, and then up to the level of the door with all the locks. I'm going to grab your guys and move you out there in case you got to make any checks.
Perfect.
So, you make your way back to the door with all the locks right there. And that door, once again, looks like this. An ornate iron door standing at the top of the staircase. Its surface is covered with a complex array of cogs, latches, and tumblers. And the round doorknob is engraved with the image of a nightingale. And when you examine the doorknob, you see an inscription on it, which reads, "Speak my name."
I say ordinate door. I don't think we tried that last time.
Yeah, nope, doesn't open.
No. Shall we all say it together?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
I have no clue.
Big Will?
Eagle,
Nothing happens.
What's the
Oh,
name of the
damn!
I
That
already-
wasn't
yeah.
it either!
What's the
Tasha?
name of the owl?
Yeah, I already tried all of those last time.
Oh, okay, I didn't think we had tried Igwil.
Tasha. Yeah, no, I did. Igwil, Tasha, Sebilna, Baba Yaga.
What about Bloodbeak?
That doesn't do it either, unfortunately.
Dang, I thought we hadn't done that one. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Okay, so
Do you just want to use the chimes? It has 10 charges. This would take up 9 of them.
Well, I guess the other option would potentially be to go back out and do all the lion doors.
Yeah, let's do that.
okay.
You never know what we find.
Okay, so you head back out of the tower, back to the heart. The Tower of the Heart. So the Regal Heart is there, and wearing the golden crown of roses. And you enter. It says, "We are wrath, bow before us."
We shall do that.
Okay. So you show it respect, and of course, Wrath already shared its info with you. Nothing new there. You know that's one of the Guardians there. It's wearing the crown. What do you want to do?
We'll put the crown on it.
What do you say?
We'll put the crown on. On Wrath.
Well, it's already on Rat.
It's on Wrath.
we'll take the crown off of Wrath.
Well, as you go to get close, Wrath lowers its antlers and says, "Stand back."
Oh, we need the crown.
Well, I need a basket of the finest berries of the garden before I'll give you the crown.
Okay.
And you see all around it, littered all around it, are various baskets. A dozen empty baskets strewn about its pedestal.
I'll go grab a basket and we'll
So,
go.
It'll take you. He wants one basket full. It'll take about 60 minutes for one person. 5 of you can do it in like 12.
Okay.
So it's a group nature check for them to be acceptable for Wrath, and you don't know exactly how good you need to be at it. Guidance can be done on just one time in this check. So, Big Blue, do you have guidance?
I do.
Who do you want cast on?
Who's the worst? Probably me.
Okay.
In what kind of check?
It's going to be a nature check, but don't make it yet. We're seeing who's got guidance first.
Oh, I can guide someone too.
Okay, so Big Blue is guiding himself, and Portia, who do you want to guide? Probably you or Maynard are the worst.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm probably down there too, but Maynard, would you like?
Okay, so Big Blue, Maynard, you got a D4 you can roll after you see the results of your check before you know there was whether or not it's success. And Portia, go ahead. And then we're going to do one at a time in case anyone wants to use inspiration. Portia, nature check.
So, just one thing. Who's got the lowest? I'm fairly low. Who are the next two lowest individuals?
Tiny's got -1.
All right. So me, Tiny. Who's the next one?
I'm at +2.
Okay.
And I have +1, so.
Right. So I will do Emboldened Bond on me, Tiny, and Jotaro as well.
Okay. So you guys also have a D4 that you can use for that. Okay, so Portia, nature check.
Okay. Intelligence.
Oh, nice check, Portia. That's a 17 on her check. Big Blue, nature check. Ooh, nice check, Big Blue. 15, you want to add to that? Guidance makes it 18. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll just roll manually D4.
You can even do guidance again if you want. All right, so that's 18, 19. Nice check. Maynard, nature check. And you have a emboldening and bond ready, so you're sitting at 12. Add a D4. Oh, you had guidance on that portion? So you're up to 14.
I think Maynard was who I said I did it on.
And then roll a D4,
Yeah,
Maynard.
that's right.
While you're rolling that D4, Maynard. Oh, nice roll. Okay, so that's good. And you made it, but the last two of you might get a super high success, which can help even more. So Jotaro, nature check.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
And
it's
then
related
my
to forest,
D4.
so it's, yeah, so you're up to 24. And D4? 26. And Taiji, nature check.
Boom.
Nice. You guys all succeed, and Jotaro succeeded so well that Wrath is astonished at your skills.
As it should be.
As he should be. Let's see. If any check is 25 plus, Wrath relinquishes the crown anytime you ask. So, you have the crown.
That's so handy.
You can take it on over to Envy and crown Envy with it. And once you do, you'll be able to open all the lion doors. So, I will take you as a group back to the tower. Or back to the palace. So, the palace. You've gone through the heart door in the center. You've gone through the carriage door over here. There's also these doors over here you can get to. Which way do you want to go? And of course, you can fly over the palace into the central courtyard, which is open to the twilight sky above, and enter anywhere from that direction too.
You want to do all the ones all the way to the right?
Yeah,
That seems like a
one.
lot of uncleared territory.
All right, all the way to the right. You come over here to this door and open it up to... Also to the right is where you see that big beanstalk coming up out of the tower, out of the palace, and the tower that's like held up aloft by it. I'll hit the picture again here so you can see that. Oops, that's Prismere. There's the tower. So if you zoom in on that picture, open up another window, you can see there's that. One of the towers being held up by the beanstalk. But the first chamber you come to is... looks like a servant's quarters. The room is candlelit. It contains tables, dressers, and bunks for the palace staff. There's goblins frozen in place like statues caught in the mundane chores of ironing clothes and others. There's a row of brass bells mounted to the west wall, like just over here by the doors. And there's a set of doors out of here. Searching the place, you find the bottom drawer of the dresser contains a collection of rings. So you gather together all those rings and head on north.
Yeah.
Yep. I say go through the double doors.
Okay. To the north. You come into a kitchen. There's an 8-foot tall, 3-foot diameter multi-tiered cake resting on a large round table in the kitchen, which also contains a stove and other cupboards and work tables. There's a whole bunch of pixies that are suspended in midair around this cake, each wearing a chef's hat and flour-stained apron. Some of them are squeezing cloth tubes that have icing coming out of them. Others are holding armfuls of tiny crimson candles. Elsewhere in the kitchen are platters of blue frosted cupcakes and candied apples on sticks, bowls of sugar-glazed button mushrooms, and bottles of... mushrooms. Jotaro's probably on those already.
Yeah.
And bottles of evening berry wine. There's thick creepers with broad leaves encroaching on the kitchen through a hole in the wall where a door once stood. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around the large table, but not around a smaller rectangular wheeled table that has 3 trussed-up giant rats on it. Searching the place, you don't find any other treasure. The cake is huge, 8 tiers, probably weighs 100 pounds.
Are the pixies moving around it, or are they
They're all frozen in time, yeah.
Okay.
Everything here is frozen in time.
I'll curiosity will get the best of me, and I'll peek through the hole in the wall.
Okay. The hole in the wall reveals the base of the beanstalk. And you can see above you the tower held aloft by it. Let's see here. The palace has been torn asunder by the growth of an enormous beanstalk that has lifted one of its towers 80 feet high into the air. The space beyond the open doorway is choked with rubble and the thick roots that form the beanstalk's base.
Does the little tendril that's like sort of wrapping around the cake, does it ever seem to move, or does it also seem frozen?
No, the beanstalk is not frozen. Yeah, you see its leaves blow in the wind, and it seems to almost be growing perceptibly just as you're watching it.
Oh, wow.
I say we continue on before we get wrapped up by beanstalk.
Yeah.
Okay. Opening the doors there reveals a big, huge dining hall. Doors on the far end of the dining hall. The dotted line on the left side here is a balcony up overhead. And paintings of fake creatures and the mounted heads of majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of the dining hall. In the middle of the hall, a deformed giant squats at the head of a table piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is tucked under the giant's chin, and she washes down each slobbering mouthful of food with a gulp from a barrel of beer. A tea cart in one corner of the banquet hall has an iron kettle and a tureen of steaming soup resting on dollies atop it. The balcony extends out over the western part of the chamber. The giant is just busy eating, but sees you open the door and says, "Bring me the cake. 8 tiers high, lit with blood-red candles and icing white as snow. I'll gobble you up if you don't hurry to see if you taste as sweet as you look."
We do nothing for free. Offer us payment, and we will do as you ask.
Go ahead and stand where you want to be standing as you say that, Jotaro. Anyone else get you where you want to be?
Where's up there? I am. And we just opened the doors?
Yeah. So you're probably standing in the doorway or near the doorway.
Uh-huh. I'll be right there.
Tokens fly off. Oh, found them.
Who opened the doorway? Did I open the doorway or did somebody else?
I think we've been
I think
presuming
we
that
volunteered you.
Char will take the lead.
Okay. Maynard, I'm going to move you up to the room. Please put your guy where you want to be. Once you're happy where you're standing, roll initiative, everyone. The giant stands up to her full 18-foot height. One tiny eye and one huge bloodshot eye staring at you, Jotaro.
Hey, that's my eye.
And let's see what Jay gets for initiative. 15. Someone's token's not working for initiative. I'll fix that. Looks like it's Maynard. Turn. Huh. Should have worked. Not sure why it did not. No one's there. Good. Oh, that was Maynard talking, not rolling initiative before. Got it. Okay. The giant seems angered by your telling it has to pay for its cake. Gets up and starts stomping your way. Portia, your first react. You think the giant's going to crush Jotaro, or maybe eat him.
Jotaro. Could we not just have given them the cake? Is the cake like on a thing that has wheels or moves or anything?
It is not, but there is a rectangular cart with wheels in the room near the cake. It would take quite a bit of effort to move it onto the cart.
He could have not been a dick.
I kind of...
You think you're beyond
any
flattery at this
mollification?
point? Yeah.
all right. Let's see. I'm going to see it advancing and how far away? That's still kind of far away. Okay. I will attempt to cast Yeesh slow on it. Which is
16 wisdom save. You got it slowed.
I'm concentrating on that, so I'll just put a little marker.
What else, Portia?
I'm going to hide out here.
Tiny G, your turn.
Easy's far away. Let's move. I'm gonna fly up and over Jotaro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and then I'm going to rage. Number 2, teleport. All right. Then I teleport right about there, and let's give him 2 whacks. First one, 27 for 9. Second one is another 27 for 13.
13. Nice. Okay. After Tiny comes Big Blue.
Did you say something, Tiny?
I was just going at him.
Oh, all right. I'm going to fly within 30 feet, and then I'm going to... If you hadn't attacked him, I was going to do this on the cake, but I'm going to do it on him instead. And I can't see the icon. I want to reduce his size. Tom, do you see the icon on here?
Enlarge, reduce?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Tiny G's got it. Let's see here. Creature object you see. Unwilling gets a 12 con save to negate. Got it. Okay. So yeah, move your token where you want to be when you cast that spell. I'm sure your con save's a little better than Tiny G's is. So we can look that up in a second. Get in there, Big Blue. There you go. All right, and then here is his con saving throw. I bet a 19 makes it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. After that, what else do you do, Big Blue?
That's it.
Okay, so this guy is -2 armor class, dex save, speed's halved, no reactions, 1 action bonus, not both, 1 melee attack, range attack max. Okay. Repeat in target's turn. 16 wisdom save. So the giant will. That's an action for him to do both of those. Do 1 action, no bonuses, only 1 melee attack. Okay, so he pushes out of his sight. Shoot. He'll do Evil Eye on Big Blue. Or she will do Evil Eye on Big Blue. 33 psychic damage, Big Blue. 14 charisma save to have it. So 33 psychic.
Ah.
Ouch.
And oh, actually this was this would have been the curse of the evil eye, not just the evil eye. So ignore the damage for this one. But it has a secondary effect. 14 charisma save have and no deform, repeat in long rest. Okay, so no, that just would have been evil eye, because otherwise you might have used your inspiration. So the Fomorian is done. Maynard, your turn. Oh, Fomorian save, wisdom save to end the slow. Nope, still slowed. And now your turn, Maynard.
Okay, Maynard charges into the room, leaps up onto the table, dishes clattering, dashes over, and stabs. That is not the button that I meant to push, but it'll work.
That's a hit.
19 for 27.
Wow, shot. And after Jotaro, or after you use Jotaro.
Jotaro's going to use a bonus action, a Hunter's Market.
Okay.
And then move 1, 2, 3 there, get a clear shot. And first longbow attack is a crit for, oh crap, damage though for a crit. 12, 13, 16, 20 damage.
Got it. Round is over.
Second.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I get an extra attack. And with that one, I'm going to hit for 19 damage.
19, got it. Then, Portia, your turn.
Okay. Woof. See, I'm gonna see that Big Blue's not looking so great, so I'm just gonna cast Healing Word. But just at first level.
What else, Portia?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to learn a tale.
A healing word was your bonus action.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. Well, then I'm just going to use my main action to hide.
All right. Tiny, your turn.
Bam, bam. 25 for 12, and does a 14 hit?
25 for 12. 14 does hit. Yes.
Oh, then for 11.
23 total.
Yeah.
And then Big Blue.
All right, you did heal me, you said, for 6, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just want to make sure there was a lot of numbers there. I'm going to use as an action to put my spiritual weapon.
Actually, she healed you for 10.
Okay, perfect. Actually, I'm going to use my action to do Embolden Bond on Maynard, Tiny G, and you're too far, Jotaro, and me. That's going to be my action.
Okay. after Big Blue comes the giant. The giant does an evil eye on Jotaro. This is the curse of the evil eye this time. It's 19 psychic, and it's going to deform you, Jotaro. Unless you make a 14
Ugh.
charisma save.
Let me double check one thing real fast. I don't think this... Is this a charm or fright effect?
Negative.
Okay. Well, I am going to use my inspiration, because Jotaro does not need to be deformed. Oops, wrong thing. And charisma.
Made it.
That's
Nice.
going to be a 17. Okay. And
so 9 damage. 9 psychic.
And I need to make a con check. 10. Thank you, Cloak of Protection.
All right. The giant is done. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, Maynard quickly kicks a platter of food to distract the beast, the creature, and then stabs at it. 15 to hit.
Hit.
For 27.
Wow. Got it.
And then while it's distracted by the first blow, it deals an offhand attack. 15 for 5.
That's
more.
also a hit. The giant is staggered, bleeding all over, stumbling around, knocking over plates and dishes. And Jotaro.
All right. I'm going to holler out. Should have just been less of a dick. And first attack is going to be showing up eventually. Maybe.
Roll 20 is taking its time. There it goes.
There it is. That's only going to be a 13 to hit.
Still hit. Due to the
So
slow...
that's going to be 13 damage.
Drop the giant. Due to the slow responses of that poor giant, it could not dodge out of the way of the arrow as it saw it coming from a mile away, but still couldn't move out of the way. And crashes down on the table. Dishes clatter to the floor, roll across the floor, and finally everything is quiet. The giant does not have any treasure on them.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. You got the balcony overhead. You got doors to the north, door to the east. Doors to the east, too. Right there. Sorry. I didn't draw those better. So, which direction? And who's leading? Is Maynard leading? Look for traps?
Yes.
Okay, Maynard, which direction?
We'll go to that door to the right.
Door to the right. Okay. That opens up to a balcony. Balcony here overlooking the beautiful Prismere. Just a beautiful vantage point to see Prismere laid out before you, and the balcony itself. Bathed in twilight, this marble terrace offers a stunning view of the mountains, forests, swamps, and shimmering horizons of Prismere. Spaced about the balcony are tables draped in white tablecloths with chairs set around each one.
Is there anything to
Under?
see?
Under the tablecloth?
You're looking around, you don't see anything. You look under the tablecloths, nothing there. Anything else?
Well, let's check north.
North, okay.
North.
The door to the north is a hallway.
Before we super exit this room, can I try the soup? It's a little sick.
Yeah. Soup. Dun, 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 dun. So the tea cart's drawers contain utensils, candlesticks, teacups, saucers, bowls, and napkins. And when you go up to the soup, one of the spoons jumps to attention and speaks with you.
Hello?
Let's see. They would actually normally come out to the terrace if you sat down, but since you're eating the soup here,
Oh.
they will come alive. So the cups and saucers and bowls and utensils fly out of the cart's drawers and arrange themselves before you. There's a waddling cauldron of soup, which is what you're going to get, a piping hot tea kettle, and a pair of lit candles and candlesticks. A serving spoon hops into the cart, bows, and says in common, "I am Demi Tassi, your head waiter. I believe a light supper of tea and soup is in order."
Ooh, sounds good.
Would everybody like to come?
Yes, I go.
Have some?
You want to go
Before
sit in
you
the
know it, I'm
terrace?
sitting
You
next
should
to
all.
you.
Yeah, follow us
yes.
to the terrace.
The views are beautiful, Demitasi tells you. And Demitasi
Yes.
is respectful and polite and compliments all of you on your appearance, how handsome you all are, and how beautiful you all are. You must be very, very powerful adventurers. Your weapons look extra sharp. Compliments your manners, how well you behave yourselves and eat. So, let's see here. I'm going to line you guys up.
I ask if he has any wine to go with the soup.
Oh, I do not. I'm afraid the soup is very hearty, though. You should definitely have some. And some tea as well. So if you're having tea and soup, move your token 1 square up.
Just the soup, no tea.
Okay, so they don't move your guy up. Just the soup.
Oh, okay.
So for the 4 of you that have soup and tea both, you gain 10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
So Demitasi stands around and chats with you guys. Do you have any questions for him?
Know anything about a bloody owl?
A bloody owl. Bloody Beak, the owl. That is Sebilna's
Bloody-
owl. He is perched in his aviary to the north, I would assume. Through those doors,
very
and he
good.
points to these doors right here.
Wonderful. We're on the right track.
How did this large giant make its way into here?
I'm afraid it climbed up the beanstalk.
Oh,
And,
course.
and it came here and started eating, and then a dark man with a short man with a dragon staff confronted him and promised him cake. And I think he would have ate the man if he hadn't promised him cake. But the man hasn't been back since.
Can I discern through asking questions that I might not be personally able to remember off the top of my head? Did it look like Zarek
Oh, yeah.
or Kellic?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. What else? Do you know of a white creature in a cage?
A white creature in a cage. Describe this creature.
Large.
Large. Oh,
Mysterious.
Bloody Beak is large. Very large.
And they are white?
Bloody Beak is white.
Okay,
Except its
good.
beak, which is usually covered in blood.
Makes
What
sense.
is literal name? I see. Okay.
Do you know the? Oh, not to barge in on your conversation here. Do you, Mr. Spoon? Do you know a nightingale?
A nightingale.
It's a bird.
No. No, I do not.
Do you know how many guardians are there that guard the castle?
Sebilna doesn't need guardians. Although I guess you could call the Jabberwock a guardian.
Oh, okay. So it's
I
not
ask
like-
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I ask if he knows the name of the name for unlocking the multi-lock door.
No, I don't know of any multi-lock door.
I've never
That's
been out
fair.
of this room. Do you know anything?
You know who knows more about the palace than anyone, though, is Thinnings.
Oh,
You
we
can
should
probably
have
find him
asked
in the
somebody.
servants' quarters.
Did we ask Thinnings about the multi-lock door?
I don't recall.
I think he was the one that revealed to us that Sebilna and Igwilv were the same person, but I don't think we asked him about the door specifically.
Okay. Can we run back there and ask him that real fast?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but just before we go, I just want to ask the set if they know if well, I guess if Bloody Beak's beak is usually bloody, do they particularly like to eat anything, or is there anything to feed them that would get Bloody Beak on our good side?
If the spoon could hold his nose, he does. And he says it likes giant rats.
Oh,
Okay.
And there were.
Do you know where we could find any giant rats?
The
I think
kitchen.
there were. Yeah, I think we saw 3 in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Did we?
there were.
Okay. Well, I say we head back to the kitchen. Will we pass thinning on the way to the kitchen?
No, the kitchen's right through those doors to your left.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's just take care of Bloody Beak first, and then go find thinning. I say.
Yep.
Okay. So you head back to the kitchen, where there is indeed a cart with 3 giant rats on the cart.
Very good.
Okay, push that across the floor.
Okay, so then you push that across this room. You come through these doors leading to a hallway. You see one set of heart doors, which unfortunately you can't open now. And then there's a side hallway here. And one set of doors there. Which door is Maynard?
North on the east.
That one there? Or
the
north,
right.
or
Yep.
that one there? North on the east, so that one over there?
Well, the one up the hall.
The one up the hall? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Up the hall.
I'm gonna guess that's Bloody Beak.
That might be Bloody Beak. An enormous owl stands perfectly still in the middle of the room, its wings partially outstretched. A wall of iron bars stretches from floor to ceiling, forming a protective barrier around the chamber's entrance, keeping visitors separated from the owl. The wall across from the double door has a 20-foot wide circular opening sealed with hinged, semicircular windows and wrought iron frames. The marble floor is littered with bones of giant rats.
Okay. I will cast Speak with Animals.
The owl is frozen in time.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Sucks. All right. Well, let's
Should we?
try.
Oh,
I think we should try to use the unicorn horn on it.
Makes sense to me, but can we get through those bars?
No, but
It's
could we,
actually its wings are partially outstretched, and you could actually reach a wing from the bars without getting through them.
Perfect.
Oh.
I say we do that and say Bloody Beak.
Okay. Sure enough, Bloody Beak is unfrozen, screeches, an ear-splitting screech, and kind of flutters around the room a little bit. What do you do next?
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And throw at a giant rat and say,
Okay.
Greetings, most noble of owls. I am Jotaro. I've been sent by the Sealy Court to aid your mistress, Sebilna, but we could use your aid in accomplishing our goals. Would you be willing to aid us?
I can aid you. It's I forget what's the animal. Talk with animals. Let it do.
Speak with animals. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at a minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM's discretion.
Got it. Okay.
So I say, in order to free Sebilna, we need to get past the fearsome Jabberwock. And we were told that the only creature that beast feared is your mighty...
The owl's eyes get big, and it says, I would love to feast on the Jabberwock. You must lure it out of the palace, though. It's too confining for me to fight it there.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I describe where the opening is next to that room, and I say, be prepared. You know, if you could perch within sight of that opening, you know, once we'll give you a sign, and that sign will be a giant Jabberwock coming out of that opening.
I will, but you must open my aviary doors.
Okay, well, we could do that because I can fly up there on my magic lily pad.
All right. So let's get you guys in here. How you're gonna try and get out to the doors somehow? Outside? You're not sure you could open them from the outside.
Okay.
You think you need to probably open them from the inside.
Oh, poop.
The bars are really tight, about a 1 inch apart. A small creature though could fly through them. Such as one of your fairies.
Yeah. Hey, Tiny G, you're really small.
Hey.
Can you get through there? Like, I mean, really small.
Tiny's gonna like play his battle axe to be like widthwise and be like, nope, ding, can't ding, get through it. Fine.
I don't want to poke the bear anymore.
Yeah, this is the owls area.
Yep. So Tiny G's gonna go up here and go through the bars, open the doors.
I whisper that this is not the first time I've seen a small person overcompensate with their battle axe.
The owl flies on out the doors. Put everyone else where you want to be when that happens.
It was the owl not frozen in time?
We unfroze it with the
Oh,
unicorn horn.
I forgot the entire conversation we just had. My bad.
It happens.
That's
I would have went in to help Tiny G.
Okay. Everyone else good?
I mean, I don't. Yeah, none of us. None of the. Can
All
Maynard
right.
get through them?
None of
I'm
the
just
rest of you
curious.
can get through now. No.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to leave the ivory doors open or close them behind you guys?
The doors to the aviary?
Tiny G, do you want to close the doors the owl just went through or leave it open?
let's leave it open.
Okay, doors are open. You join your party and you head back on out. And now where do you want to go?
Would we have enough like awareness of layout to realize that this is near where we were before or not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So is he too big for the hallway though?
The owl? Yes, for sure.
No, I mean Jabberwocky.
Yes, he's too big for the hall.
So we'll have to circle back, right?
Correct. You're going to probably want to somehow get to that. You're going to lure him out the doors to the west or the opening to the west. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, Jotaro, where do you want to go?
I say we head over to Thinning and see if Thinning knows the combination or the how to get in that lock.
Okay. The door. Okay.
Oh shoot! I just realized how close we were to the Jabberwock, though.
Yeah.
And
your owl's out there waiting.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Let's go.
And he
take
might
care of
not
the
wait
Jabberwock
long.
first. Yeah.
Okay. So, which direction do you want to approach the Jabberwock from, Jotaro?
I want to go through these doors right here
Okay.
and then sneak up and around.
Sneak up and around. Got it. Okay.
And I'm going to try to sneak over to this side here without alerting the Jabberwock.
Okay. Sounds
Well, I mean, we all
good.
got to come with you, right?
If you guys want.
Or are you trying to lure him out totally on your own?
Yeah, I was going to try to lure him out. This is the opening all the way over here, right to the far left.
all the way to the far left. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to just try to.
Well,
So
what's through those
let me show you what
openings
you
to our
see
north?
first on the way. So first you open the doors here and you see another ruined stateroom.
Okay.
And then as you're walking by, so you get to here, say, you can see what's in the room to the north. All this time the Jabberwock is sleeping. To the north,
Ringle.
you see Ringle run up there, yeah. This chamber contains a round marble-top table ringed by high-backed chairs. Between the table and the curved wall of tall, slender windows stands a motionless, white-haired wizard wielding a staff that has glittering frost erupting from its tip. It's like time was frozen just as he was doing a spell. The table has the following inscription engraved on it in the Elvish script: I rule by the verdict of my heart and the slam of my fist. One of the chairs has a smiling quasit carved into its back near the top.
What is a closet?
It's like an imp.
Like an imp.
Okay.
Only demonic.
Hmm.
Okay. And then get to where you want to get to, Jotaro, and you want to start the commotion.
Okay.
And everyone else
so
get to where you want to be when Jotaro starts the commotion, and that's where we're going to roll initiative when he's ready. And casting spells you want to cast before you go through the doors, too.
Are we on the wrong side? I don't get it. I'm a little confused.
So if you zoom out far, you'll notice that Jotaro's going to try and lure the Jabberwock through this opening, and lure him through this opening, and lure him through this opening, in the hopes that Bloody Beak will attack him at that point.
Oh, there. I thought we had to go to the south.
No,
Okay.
no, you got to go to the west.
No.
Bloody Beak should be waiting outside for you.
the lily pad was way too big to like say it was being carried by me, right?
No, you can actually roll up the lily pad, yeah.
Okay, so I'll have the lily pad on me then.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
That helps. I know what I'm going to do here. Okay.
I want to do a preemptive bless on Jotaro. How many people do I get? 3?
You get 3 with the bless.
You can
All right.
okay.
Jotaro and Tiny G, and because Portia never gets any love, Portia.
Okay, put the cross swords bless mark on your guys. Take off
Sweet.
the rage tiny G, add concentration big blue. Anyone else casting any spells? Okay.
I'm just gonna learn a tale.
Okay. Very good.
I had accidentally rolled one before, but I can re-roll it again now, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, then. Everyone good with all their spells? Okay.
Yes.
Jotaro, you guys are going to move in as a group there, and then Jotaro's going to peel off to the west. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay. Something happens when you get to there.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then never mind. I have a whole plan.
And roll initiative, everyone.
Why am I rolling so high? I don't like going first.
This door opens. Standing there, you see a warrior with a flaming sword. Behind him, Kellic. And Kellic immediately starts to cast a spell, or use a spell-like ability. And this little bastard,
Which little one?
the one in front of the door, opened the door.
I knew it! Ah! I holler that.
It's funny, you two were like staring at each other. He didn't see you the whole time, or he heard the party, but never spotted you to attack you the first time.
You know what I was planning on doing if you'd let me.
Yeah.
What I was planning on doing was shooting. I was going to shoot him to set off the commotion.
You should have. Yeah, that'd been good.
That was my entire plan, but you didn't give me a
You didn't
chance
get there in time. Oh man. Okay. Got Zarek. And what's initiative? I don't have his token set up, unfortunately. 3 on the initiative. That's not going to be good. All right. War Duke, on the other hand, is set up. Oop, bad initiative for him. Kellic. Oh my god, they're all rolling horrible. And the cockatrices will go right after Kellic on initiative. So, Jotaro, you spot Zarek try to secretly open the door, but he doesn't do it stealthily enough. And so you guys all get the jump on them. And Portia, you go first.
Okay. But right now it's in.
And
like,
right now, everyone's frozen in time. The Jabberwock is sleeping.
Right. Okay. If I was standing next to Jotaro, would I be able to see all 3 of them in that corner over there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna attempt slow again. Which is 120 feet away from me, a 40-foot cube. I have no idea if that can actually also reach the Jabberwock, but I don't think we would necessarily want it to reach the Jabberwock. So I'm just trying to do.
So slow does have
League of Malevolence.
slow does have a verbal component.
Well, we're trying to get the Jabberwock to move anyway, right, guys?
You're about to get a move. Now, if you do a 40-foot cube, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could get the Jabberwock in it as well.
I think I can only do up to 6 creatures. So
yep. There's only 4. There's
not,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 in the corner over there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I would just do those 6.
Unless you do one less cockatrice.
Do one less cockatrice.
We want the Jabberwock to be mobile.
Too fast. It would be preferable if he didn't move faster than me.
Okay. I don't know the natural speed of a Jabberwock. I will remove one of the little dragonlings and I will pick the Jabberwock instead.
All right, go for it.
Not who knows who's going to pass it anyway, but
Jabberwock enters initiative. Right after Jotaro, be perfect. Okay, Portia, 16 wisdom save on the Jabberwock. Wisdom. 16 on a save. Made it.
Sure.
And then Zarek. He is slowed. And then Warduke. Slowed. Kellic. Not slowed. And then 2 cockatrices. Both slowed. What else, Portia?
I think I kind of just want to move back to where I was for now. And that's it.
After Portia, Big Blue.
Alright, just looking. Right, bonus action, spiritual weapon. Sorry, I'm moving to the opening, if I can do it.
Right. Go one more square to see where you're trying to cast it.
Yeah, can you move me? I have no idea where I just went. I lost my...
You just went below Maynard. That's all.
Oh, yeah. So one more to the left. All right. And I had my spiritual weapon. Oh, there it is. I'm going to put it down. How far can that be?
It's right on your token. Spiritual weapon?
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah. Just realized I had all these guys on the object layer, so they looked like they all had hit points, but they're all frozen. There we go. All the health bars should be gone, except for the living creatures.
All right, there. And then I'm going to attack the half-orc.
Okay.
9 obviously doesn't hit.
Don't hit on the spiritual weapon. We'll use your casting of it. And a 10 is what you rolled. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, and then in the Bolden Bond.
So for the emboldening bond, let's use let's see, do ahead, and everyone who gets that, use the S, the squirrely S. Who are you going to do it on, Big Blue?
Maynard, Tiny, and Portia.
So all of you guys have a D4 ready to go. You can use the token macros. Actually, what if I just do this? Do the D4.
What's the name of this
Show us
squirrely
token
S?
action, save. You should all have a D4 added to your token actions now. It should be like the last token action on your character. And the squirrely S for Maynard, it's like near the very bottom, Tiny G.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Named Half Haze.
Is that half A's? Okay. And Maynard's
Sorry, who did he do it on again?
Tiny G, Maynard, and
Portia?
Portia.
Okay.
So as long as you guys are within 30 feet, I think the way it works, you guys all have Bless and Embolden Bond. So, just make sure. Some people have double.
and remember, that's once per turn. So as Bless is every attack you make. Emboldening the Bond is one attack or check or save. So use it wisely. Okay. And use the extra D4 I just added at the very end of each of your token actions as your Emboldening Bond D4. The Bless, Big Blue can roll the Blesses, and that'll always take effect. Your Bless should be...
And I'm done.
After Big Blue is Jotaro. So the Jabberwock is awake, Jotaro, and its snake-like head is careened to look at the five of you who just cast the slow spell on it.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
I will make a attack against I'll make an attack against it. Longbow. That's going to miss. Because that's a critical failure. So I'll make another one. 28 for 15.
15 points of damage, magical piercing, and some psychic. It takes all of it.
And then I'm going to move this way. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I am going to bonus action, Misty Step, another 30 feet. Misty Step's 30 feet, right?
It is, yep. All done?
All right. And so that was my action, bonus action, movement, yes. Okay. And I'm going to be hollering insults at it the entire time.
The Jabberwock raises up onto its feet. It has like this confusing burbling sound it uses, or that seems to come out of its mouth. But if you start within a certain distance of it, you think it'll affect you. So none of you are starting near it yet. And it seems to be reaching all the way out to you, Portia. So it's got quite a range on that confusing burble it does. It made its save, so it doesn't have to worry about that. It's going to take off after Jotaro. It's got to stand up. 15, 20, 25, 30, and then dashing. No. It moves 30 feet to there, and then it lowers its fiery gaze at you, and the four of you up north can see just a ray of fire shooting towards Jotaro. 33 fire damage to Jotaro, 18 dex save for half.
Okie doke. Here we go.
Made it. Nice save. So you take half of 33.
And, which is 16, is that correct?
That's correct. That is the Jabberwock's turn. Maynard, you're starting within its confusing burble. So you need to make an 18 charisma save, or else you're going to be able to not take reactions. You'll do something random.
No problem. I'm going to use my inspiration on that.
Okay. So you're up to 11.
Fine, a lot of good that does.
Yeah, you can't get there with your other things. So you are going to make one melee attack versus a random creature you see in reach or do nothing. So no one's in your reach, so you do nothing on this turn.
Oh, I was concentrating, so I need to double do that.
Oh, yeah, do your concentration check.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Made it. Okay. Tiny. Charisma saving throw, DC 18.
Oh, goodness gracious. Holy gosh, I got it.
Wow. You can act normal.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
So that was against the
Confusing burble. Yeah.
Okay.
This
And-
Jabberwock is burbling to itself.
Okay. Are we still trying to lure the Jabberwock over to Jotaro?
It's definitely chasing Jotaro. It
Okay.
stopped just long enough to shoot a ray of fire at him, but it's going after him still. Unless you give it a reason not to go after him.
And it's that token, right?
I don't know what you just pointed at. This is the Jabberwock right here.
Oh god, the big one.
Yeah,
oh,
the giant
goodness
huge thing.
gracious.
Yeah,
I'll wait. I'll dodge for this time.
dodging. Okay. Zarek's turn. Who
I
is
also have,
slowed? He's going to duck back to here and dodge. And where's the wrench? Dodging. And then save and throw to not be slowed anymore. Ooh. That's a wisdom save of 18, so he's no longer slowed. Then Kellick's turn. Kellick fires a fireball effectively toward you guys. But he's careful not to get the Jabberwock in it. Oh. So a fireball erupts in the room behind you guys from Kellick. And it is... fiery explosion. 44. Wow, that's a high roll. 44 fire damage, DC 14 dex save for half.
Does it catch the Jabberwock too?
Does not.
Let's give it a try.
Ooh, nice, Tiny. Only 22 for you. So
And I
Portia, you're
Well,
up to
I'll apply some of these
11.
bonuses. I'll apply some of these
Do a
bonuses
bless
to
for
it.
her, Big Blue. So you're 13, so if you use your emboldening bond, you make it for sure. Okay. So don't forget you can only do that once per turn. But
Well,
every creature's a different turn, so you're good.
okay. Yeah, okay.
That was you, so you made it. Big Blue. It's a 14. You're not blessed or nothing, so it looks like you take all 44.
Yep.
Okay. That knocks you out, doesn't it?
No, I got the temporary hit
Oh, you
points
got
on
10
it too.
temps. Nice. Okay, then
Thank God for Campbell's soup.
And Maynard, go ahead. Make your save. DC 14. Dex save for 44 or 22 fire damage. No problem. And you have evasion, so you take none, right? You're muted if you're talking.
Yes.
Kellick did that.
Maynard rolls and avoids all the fiery blast.
He's holding on to the cockatrices, not letting them go. But when the cockatrices, or two of them, get to make wisdom saves, the slow effect. Oh, both's not longer slowed. Warduke's next. He's not coming out there with the Jabberwock there still. So he will make a wisdom save to see if he can end his slow effect. And does not. So still slowed. And he's just going to dodge because he's not going to go out there. Not yet, anyway. And then, top of the next round, and it's a good time to take a break. Let's take a 15-minute break, come back at... B40. Come back at 50 after the hour.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
So, next person goes Portia. So the burbling sound of the Jabberwock washes over you, Portia. Make a DC 18 Charisma saving throw.
Oof. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry.
Auto save with a bless spell. So what do you want to do, Portia?
I would like to approach Big Blue and reach out my hand and say, "Do you want to go outside with me?"
I want to live.
Okay. I'm gonna grab his hand and cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
Tell
me how far you're going, which direction.
100 and 130 feet west.
130 feet west. There you go.
And maybe, and I guess, I thought it was, I think I counted it out and it was farther than that. Well, no, maybe I didn't because I was doing it from where I was. So, sorry, I guess I was trying to do like right here.
Well, you went to know exactly, so. Good guess.
Okay.
That's your action. What else you want to do? Good thing Tangy can fly or else he'll be all wet. I mean, big blue.
Well, if I can, I'll use my remaining movement to drag Big Blue through the air.
Can you fly or anything? Because it's just a cliff going down outside that door.
Oh, is that where we're trying to get the Jabberwocky to, though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, sorry, I thought that was just outside.
Since it's a cliff and you knew that already, you can change your plans if you want.
Well, I mean, if that's where we're trying to get the Jabberwocky to, then...
Okay, so you dimension over there and move, and then next to go is Big Blue. Go ahead, Big Blue.
Okay.
I will. Can somebody that has the greater potion of healing click it for me?
Yeah. Let's see, it's also an adventure. So you can drink the potion of greater healing?
Yeah, that's all I got left.
Potion. Huh. Did you find a potion of greater healing somewhere?
No, the last one I played, which was 2 times ago, we bought them. Or it's before the break. So I would say like 3 sessions ago, when Jotaro bought one and I bought one.
Oh, okay, but you just never put it on your character.
Yeah, it's on the D&D Beyond.
So Jotaro should have one.
Oh, yeah, I bought one last time.
Did you buy healing or greater healing?
Greater healing. I was going to buy a potion of healing, and you pointed out, hey, you could buy a potion of greater healing.
You did that right before the session. And
whenever that
session
token was.
Okay, just roll 44 plus 4 manually, and then move where you want. And then after your turn is Jotaro.
All right. I need to keep this bad boy focused on me, so let's take a little shot at it. 15 hit?
No, glances off its hide. 24
That's
hits.
what 24 does. And that's going to be for 13 damage.
Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is it regenerated 10 points last time on its turn.
That's fine. Not trying to kill it.
Okay.
All right. Else? And I'm going to say that you are one ugly, bug-eyed mother. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 to there. And then a bonus action, I am going to Misty Step. And I should be able to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. How deep is this water on the edges?
Not that deep on the edges.
Okay. So I'll Misty Step. The farthest I can get is to there. And then I'll climb out. And losing my way, but move over here. And I'll be like, what are you two doing here? The Jabberwock's coming.
The Jabberwock. See, it recharges its fiery ray.
There were fireballs where we were.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it dashes to there, giving chase to Jotaro and the others. Maynard, you are free of its burbling sounds and free to act.
Excellent. I am going to get out my bow. I'm going to try and hide, and then I'm going to pop out and shoot an arrow at the half-orc.
All right, fire away. Assuming you get a good head check. Yep. Make your head check too. Make sure you got advantage
Yep.
for the sneak attack part. That is. Oh yeah, you are sneak attacking. 25 points damage. Oh, but he's dodging, but you're sneak attacking, so it's the first number. 25 points of damage. You don't have advantage though since he's dodging. Do you want to shoot Kellic instead? He's not dodging.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yep, okay. So, Kellic, a 19 is a hit, doing 25 points damage to Kellic.
You got it.
All right. After you, Maynard, finish your move around. Taina G, your turn.
Okay. And everything's frozen except for that that caster and then the party down there.
That caster's not frozen, or is frozen, yes. So
Okay.
everything's frozen except for this party down here.
Oh, very nice.
People with hit point bars are not frozen.
Oh, that's fair. Hey, Maynard. Do we try and jab the jab in the back, or do we go down to that guy?
Go down to that guy. We don't want to distract the Jabberwocky.
You got it, boss. And Tiny will think I can. How far? Yeah, I can easily get there. Tiny will dash on over to here, just to prep getting closer for next turn.
After Tiny comes Zarek. He's dodging.
Eight.
He limbers up Garrett. Moves on out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then dashes with a bonus. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then dashes with a action. On around behind Maynard. And he's done. Kellic tries to recharge his fireball. Recharge. Fire explosion does not recharge, so he's going to use... 75 feet away. You see him move up in the tower. You don't see exactly where to, Maynard. And he unleashes his cockatrices. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. And they all come flying around you, Maynard. But it's a dash for them to close the gap. And then Warduke comes charging forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. To there, and he he slowed. 2, 3. He gets to there. And he can't ready actually or dodge actually. Because he moved. He's gonna try a wisdom save. Slow is gone. And then that's the end of that round. Portia, your turn.
Can I sense when people break it?
I don't know. That's a good question. I've never, ever had to think of that.
Well,
We'll say yes for now, and I'll look it up later someday.
Sure. I don't think it would have impacted anyway, but because she is, I think, going to choose to drop that spell and attempt... Oh, well, I think she has to move here first. she's going to attempt a suggestion on the Jabberwock and say in Draconic, like, sorry for the rude awakening, but there is even better floating cauldron outside this opening. And she gestures towards this exit.
Oh no, looks like a 16 in wisdom save.
Ah, dang it.
Then, after Portia, Big Blue.
All right. I will. What? How many points did you were at, Portia? I can't see.
40 out of
40.
52.
Yeah,
All right.
80.
So I'm going to take a third level and just hit myself and move next to Portia.
All right,
And hide.
Your turn, Jotaro. And you're muted if you're talking.
No, I wasn't talking. I was trying to get unmuted. I'm eating pretzels, and I know you guys don't want to hear that. Okay, I am going to again. Big Blue, you're really staying right there.
No, I'm moving next to Portia.
Oh, okay. Have you done it yet?
No, I'm on a real small screen, so I'm trying to.
All right. I just want to make sure. Like, this is a bad idea, Big Blue. You do not want to be there. Okay, I'm going to take another couple shots at the Jabberwock while yelling about how his mother was a garden lizard. I don't know if a 15 hits, but I doubt it.
Yeah, 15 missed.
But 21 does hit for 14.
15 could hit. Hit me with a bless, Big Blue.
Oh, that's right. I'm blessed.
21 for sure hits.
18 on the first one.
Also hits.
Okay, so it's going to be a 13 and a 10.
13 and 10, okay.
And then
also, the Jabberwock regenerated last round. It's regenerating at the rate of... it's regenerating 10. Let's see. Regeneration 10, yep.
So then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, and then can I jump out onto my lily pad?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump onto my lily pad and kind of zoom out a little ways and taunt the Jabberwock.
Recharge on the fiery ray does not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jabberwock dashes toward you. It's done. Maynard, your turn.
Okay, let's see. Maynard will do a disengage. Swing around here. Stab at the cockatrice with the offhand.
Hit.
I don't know how much hit points these have, but I'll do the sneak attack. We'll get it for 23.
23.
22.
Cuts a huge gash in it, but the thing is still somehow alive.
All right, so I can finish it. My rapier strikes like a viper, impaling it, I hope.
It
with
does.
6 points of damage.
The cockatrice is dead. Want to go anywhere else, Maynard?
The rest of my 6, and that's all I can do.
Tiny G, your turn.
I will pop out from my little hidey hole. So Grisoni's always have a plan. This one was called Bait and Switch. I'll run over to the cockatrices and attack the southern of them too. And rage on my way.
Rage on your way. Got it.
Oh, let's check what that does when I get here. 6. Surrounded by the AC aura. Very nice. So first attack is a 27 for 12.
27 on the south one?
Yep.
Hit. Did 12. Got it.
And an 18 for 14.
Ooh, almost finished it.
Ah.
All right. After Tiny G comes Zarek. This guy's Garrett out. He was a good one after Maynard. He curses and instead uses the advantage he gets from the cockatrices. Plus extra percent at least. Yeah. Make 2 dagger attacks. Okay. So Zarek comes up to you, Tiny. He sees a good chance to use both daggers, though, so he drops that Garrett, draws his daggers, and strikes at you, +5 to hit with each. 17.
16's my new AC. So
16 you do. Okay, so he hits you with 1 dagger. That's going to do 3d4 + 3. 15 points of piercing damage, Tiny.
Okay.
Don't forget your rage. He missed with his other attack. Go there. He's all done. Then Kellic. See if Kellic recharges his spell. Nope. But he's going to peek around and see what he sees. Gets to there. Sees you guys 60 feet away, so he's going to use Sorcerer's Bolt. Do a Sorcerer's Bolt on Tiny. 22 to hit Tiny.
Yeah, sure does.
19 force damage.
Don't resist that.
We can do that Sorcerer's Bolt 3 times. Another Sorcerer's Bolt. Misses, and a last Sorcerer's Bolt. Misses.
Oof.
And then ducks back out of sight. And then War Duke comes charging. Sword of Flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right on up to Tiny. Then round is over. Portia, your turn.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna run away.
Oh, wait. Before you go, Portia.
Oh.
You're in the confusing burble. So, make a charisma save, DC 18. So you're going to do nothing this turn, unfortunately. Big Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're just out of the confusing burble.
Can I take an action and drag her?
You can drag her as part of your movement at a half speed. So,
also, can I ask? Is the confusing burble a magical effect?
Yeah. So you would make it, yeah. Sorry.
I've totally
so
been playing this wrong this entire campaign.
Go ahead, Portia.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna dash. I think.
Move and dash. Okay, then Big Blue, go ahead.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, why not get back in? So I'll just try to mirror her movements.
All right. After Big Blue, and next is Jotaro. Jotaro, you can move into a spot that's kind of just out of the way and ready a movement for when the thing goes past you to move back in if you want.
I do want to do that.
Okay.
And that would be my action because I'm readying.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll move I'll move out of the way, let him pass me, and then I'll move back in.
All right, so the Jabberwock comes flying out. Bloody Beak sees it and takes to wing, chasing after the Jabberwock, and there's a good little picture of this happening here.
Ah!
So the Jabberwock sees Bloody Beak and takes off the opposite direction as fast as its wings can fly, and Bloody Beak takes off after it, freeing you guys from having to deal with the Jabberwock while you're fighting.
That's a big honking ass owl.
The League of Malavits. Yeah, he's a huge owl. Okay, so those two are gone, and you can use your ready to action now, Jotaro, to move. And then,
all right,
Maynard, your
I
turn.
can move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was the movement speed on my lily pad?
6, 30 feet.
Oh, it's still okay. So I can move up to right there.
Yeah. In fact, I think it might only be 20 feet, but you can get off of it and move your speed. Although it's nice because it can move right across the water. Maynard, your turn.
I say, Tiny G, our combined blades will best the League of Malavents. And then I come up and I strike at Warduke. First with my rapier. 14. That seems kind of like a miss with all that armor.
14 is your final answer?
Yeah, I don't think I have any other way to
You have emboldening
figure it out.
bond.
Am I close enough?
Tiny G's got it too, so you are.
Oh, okay. Then I'll use it. We'll give it a go.
17 hit.
That is a 17.
A hit.
Okay. 18 points of damage.
Got it.
And then I'm going to strike at the half-orc to my north with the offhand. 28, critting for 7.
Got it.
And I'm going to back up a little bit.
Tiny G, your
my
turn.
barbarian friend will tank for me.
Let's finish the cockatrice.
Oh shit, hold up. I forgot the cockatrices after Kelly go in.
Oh no.
Let me attack. Have them bite ya. Miss and miss. Okay, now your turn again.
Okay, so the first one will be running 17, running 18 plus embalming bond
Hit.
for 17 on the lower one.
Dropped it.
And does this Warduke hurt? I think this Warduke's hurt. Let's go against Zarek.
Okay.
There. Boom!
Hit.
24 for 15.
15. Badly wounded Zarek. Zarek's going to attack you back with his Garrett this time. Plus 5 to hit. He tries to lasso you with like a steel cable.
Oh! Oh, no.
Critting you. Doing 4d4. 6
Much.
plus 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And you're grappled. Escape is DC 11. He's not that strong.
Okay.
Until the grapple ends, you're going to take slashing damage at the start of each of your turns.
Oh no.
So that's Zarek. He's got you garroted, choking the life out of you. He's done. Kellick's going to try and recharge on his fiery explosion. It does.
Crap.
He moves to where he can see. You're right in the middle of all his friends. So that's not a good move. But he can see the reinforcements coming. So he shoots a fireball out to hit Big Blue and Portia. Fire explosion on you two. 36 points of fire damage as a flame engulfs you. DC 14 dex save for half. He ducks back. Portia makes her save. Takes half of 36. Big Blue.
So we're in 120.
You are within 120, yep.
Okay. And I'll use my advantage.
Okay.
Dexterity?
Yep. 14 dex save.
Yeah.
Do you have you don't have yourself blessed? Or
He does now.
uh
Big Blue drops to the ground, unconscious.
Big Blue.
Kellick's done. Warduke's turn. Warduke tries to take out Tiny G. You're grappled but not restrained. So that's the good news,
right.
Tiny G. Multi-attack on Warduke. He gets attacked 3 times with that sword.
Nah, he does hurt.
20 to hit you for 10 slashing and fire total.
Okay, so I'll take 8.
Right, yeah. Then attacks again. Ooh, hit again for 10 and 9.
14.
So
Got 1
14.
HP, boys.
Oh, longsword. Last longsword attack from Warduke. Warduke
Oh.
takes out Tiny G. Then moves to Maynard. It took all his attacks to get that. Moves to there to that Zarek, get in there, and he's going to second wind as a bonus to get back 13 hit points. Then after Warduke, round is over. Portia, your turn.
Am I still
Okay.
grappled by the thingy?
Zarek?
Yeah.
He's going to drop you.
Okay.
Portia, your turn.
I at one point had also bought a potion of healing. Do you mind if I sort of retrofit that to be a potion of greater healing?
No, can't retro change it right in the middle of a fight. Sorry.
Oh. Well,
If you had bought a potion of greater healing, you're good. Yeah, if you'd already bought
yeah,
one.
I did. I mean, technically I bought 2,
Yeah.
but then I didn't realize that we could have more than one if we bought them. But anyway, so I only have one on me, technically.
Okay.
But I'm going to roll it.
Because you already have 6 things. So we'll say that healing is a potion of greater healing.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Which is 44 plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So Big Blue revives with 16 hit points.
Nice.
Oh,
And you can have
thank you.
inspiration, Portia. And everyone who's got bless from Big Blue, you can take the bless off because that's down now.
Right.
Does the emboldening bond go away, Big Blue, or does it stay?
It stays on.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Whoops, I had taken that off. And I guess I'm just trying to. I'm gonna see if I can get us out of line of sight. Where is Kellic?
You don't see him. He ducked into the room. You don't know where he's at.
Okay. I was like, am I just, what's happening? But okay, all right, fair enough. So for now, I'm just gonna try to drag Big Blue a little closer to this wall.
3 squares of movement. Okay. Big Blue, you don't have to go with her if you don't want to, since you're conscious.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
use
up to
your
you.
movement, though. So you won't be able to move on your own on your turn.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the whole penalty was that my movement was halved.
That's part of the penalty. But you cannot, if there's another one of you next to, you couldn't, drag Big Blue to here, then someone else drag him to here, then someone else drag him to here, and someone else drag him to there. So you can only act on him one time in a turn, either you or him with a move action. So you can drag him that far with a move action, or he can move wherever he wants, stand up and move that far with a move action.
But if you have bonus action movements,
You could, yeah. So you can act on something once per round. So it prevents a dagger being used by 20 different people to attack someone. By
Or
attack,
the,
drop, pick
peasant.
up, attack, drop, pick up, attack,
the
drop.
peasant railgun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, it's up to him then
Yep,
whether or
Big
not
Blue.
he
Yeah,
has been moved.
just move yourself into safety. Thank you very much for the potion. I will pay you back if we live. But go ahead and move yourself. I will use my 6 movement if I can do the diagonal.
Yeah, stand up, Big Blue. So he takes 3 to stand up.
Can I fly sideways? It was a
Sorry.
joke.
Still takes
There was
3.
a joke. So I'll move there then.
Okay.
That's diagonal 1, 2, 3. I will pop Spiritual Guardians. Obviously, anybody that's within my friends and family plan is not affected. That'll be the end of my turn. Just knowing, hey, I hope you didn't waste your potion if they blast me again. But I got to get Tiny G back up. So
Big Blue, you can't see Tiny G or Maynard from there, though, so you don't want to do Spirit Guardians, because then they'd be in it.
Well, you can pick it not to hit them.
You
Oh,
can't.
but
you have
I mean,
to-
I guess if you knew they were
only
there.
if you can see them. Only if you can see them when you cast it. So don't. I wouldn't do that if you want to get next to those 2.
okay, because that's my plan.
So what do you want to do for your action otherwise?
Can you go one more south?
I think he did. Went as far south
I
as he could
did.
go.
That's as far as I could go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot, muffins. Yeah, then I'll just use another 3rd level cure wounds on
Okay.
myself.
Jotaro, your turn.
All right, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. Bonus action. My last Misty Step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right there. That's my movement. And, oh, sorry. I meant to be going diagonal. So it's 5, 10, 15 to there. And from there, I can see Warduke. So Actually, I can also see Zarek. Right? Nope, I can't because of this wall.
You can see Warduke, yeah.
I can only see Warduke, not Zarek. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to shoot Warduke in the face with the longbow. That's 27 for 7.
Nice.
And 18 for 9.
Nice. Okay. Warduke's got a new problem to worry about now. Maynard, your turn.
Okay. I am going to. Does somebody have Tiny G, or should I heal him?
It is my plan to heal him.
But
It is my plan to heal him.
I want to get him on his feet. I'm gonna use my bonus to disengage. I'm gonna jump over here and pour a healing potion down his throat. Tiny G, do you have a greater healing, or should I use my own ordinary healing?
Well, I said about one last time, but I didn't update the character sheet, so
All right,
I think I just have a regular
9. That's as good as it gets.
one. Maynard.
It's 8
That's
more
pretty
than he
good.
needs.
Yeah.
8 more than he needs.
You have inspiration for that. What else, Maynard?
And then I got a couple more squares of movement, so I don't know. I can't get. I'm disengaging, so I can.
After
Let's
Tiny
drag
G,
Tiny G over
goes... After Maynard goes Tiny G.
All right. Tiny's gonna kind of float up to his feet, just kind of rotate in spot. He's gonna smash Zarek a few times.
Oh shoot, I forgot Kellic again to bite with his cockatrice.
I would have been down.
You would have down, so you would have gone after Maynard, actually. So Maynard, roll a con save, DC 11. You're going to
Please don't
retroactively
fail it.
automatically make this if you don't make it, because you've already moved. All right, with your molding and bond, we say you made it. But you did take 6 damage, Maynard. And the
Okay.
cockatrice ended up being like over here by you. I gotta stop forgetting those guys. Okay, now Tiny G, go ahead.
All right. So the first attack is 23 for 8. Or
20?
sorry, only 6 because I stopped raging.
Okay.
And then the second attack is big 15.
You cut Zarek down.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I
Asshole.
will. I'm going to so that was
Trying to kill a
20 feet
unicorn.
up. I'm going to whiz past Maynard and say, "Trust me, it's a tactical retreat."
After Tiny G. Oh boy, it might not be that tactical if he recharges this. Oh no, Kellic comes to the door, sees you all grouped up, lines up
Smart
fireball. Getting all of you except for Jotaro
Yeah.
for
All right, no dummy.
fire explosion.
Ooh.
28 fire damage. Oh, you roll though. That's pretty good for you guys.
Oh, not low enough.
After his fireball and seeing that one of his guys went down, let's see, he moved 1 to there. 2, 3, 4, 5. You see him retreating towards the stairs. He's done. Then we got the cockatrices. 1, 2, 3 comes after Maynard with a bite. Missing. And then we got Warduke. So we're going to capitalize on the fireball that just went off. Maynard, did you dodge it completely?
Of course.
Of course you did. Warduke closes on you, multi-attacking with that flaming longsword of his, missing you. Connecting for 11 slashing and 8 fire. You uncanny dodging that at all?
Yeah, I will.
And then his last one, 15 to hit you, Maynard. Does that hit, Maynard?
No, it does not.
No, okay. Done. He's done. And angered that he could do such little damage to that halfling. Round is over. Portia, your turn.
Okay.
Can I free action say something?
Yeah.
Hey, just heal me.
Did you eat your damage,
Sorry.
Maynard? It was 11 slashing, 8 fire before uncanny dodge. There you go. Okay, go ahead, Portia.
So I'm sorry. Who just said what?
Big Blue said heal me.
Yeah, heal me.
Okay. What do I have?
It doesn't have to be high. Just I only have 2 hit points.
Sure. Healing word is... Yep, my only one. Okay. Wait.
So 8.
12, actually.
12.
Your spirit focus adds 4 more.
Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
What else, Portia?
I hide behind this wall.
Big Blue, your turn.
Very wise.
Oh wait, well, I guess that was a bonus action, right?
You
Bonus
used
action
your bonus
to hide
action
behind
to
the
do a healing word.
Yeah, that was a bonus action.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna main action disengage and move up here.
Speed of 30.
Yeah.
1,
Yeah, I think I was.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then after you is Big Blue. I might miss that Big Blue's plans.
You did.
Too late
That's
now.
okay. That's okay. I'm willing to die for my team. So I will end up here. And I will die next turn. But so Tiny G, you get 13.
Oh, that thing's so awesome.
Maynard, you get 13. Oh, so I don't know why I just said that. Maynard, you get 10. And Portia, you get 12. And my bonus action, I will spiritual weapon, my last spell there. And I will go to the other sheet and drag it out. And I'm going to do it not on the cockatrice, but on the Warduke.
You connect. 12 points of force damage clobbers the warlord.
That's
Nice.
Then after Big Blue comes... Oh, and Big Blue, I give you inspiration. Jotaro, your turn.
Taro's going to move to there, and he is going to bonus action transfer his Hunter's Mark to Warduke. Did you move Warduke down one space on purpose?
No, unless you... You should be just to the east of Maynard right now.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. I think my internet connection's shit. So because he was one space north of there a second ago. I was like, wait a minute, now Maynard's blocking him. That's not fair. Okay, here we go. Longbow attack number 1. That's a crit.
Nice.
For 14 plus 5 is 19, plus 7 is 26 damage.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first attack. And with my second attack, I'm going to miss.
All right, Maynard.
As I do.
Would I miss Kellick's attack with this cockatrice again? Attacks Maynard, misses. Maynard, your turn.
Maynard says, "All right, you miscreant. This is your last stand." Attacks with his rapier for 25.
Oh, that's a hit. 25 damage. Warduke
Correct.
dies at your hand, Maynard.
Nice.
His flaming sword clatters to the ground, still smoldering. What else, Maynard?
Well, I'll unleash a offhand dagger attack against the cockatrice. 16 for 5.
Got it. After Maynard, Tiny.
Oh, okay. So laying down on the ground, seeing Warduke slump, we just kind of match gaze, and I just flick him off, and then I stand up.
Okay.
And then I will go over and finish off the cockatrice. 13 damage, and There's a 14
Yes.
for
Ooh.
14.
Finished it.
So that was 20, 1, 2, and I'll move 2 down there.
Okay, Kellic goes running up the stairs. And let's see here. Unless one of you has really good speed. I know Tiny goes 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
And can fly. Can anyone go faster than Tiny?
No.
Okay.
Mm,
So Tiny, you could give chase, but you'd catch him alone. If you catch him, even. Do you want to go running after Kellic, or do you all want to move as a group after Kellic, or do you want to stop here and search the people that you've defeated?
About search people who defeated Sebilna. Have her beat the shit out of Kellic.
do you also think it would be wise to revive Ringle Run?
Oh yeah, no. We start with Sebilna, then Ringle Run, then.
Okay. So
Okay.
you gather together. You search Warduke. Warduke's, of course, got that flaming sword. He's also wearing a dread helm. So he's got flame tongue, longsword, and a dread helm. And Zarek has got... no, use that on you guys already. So Zarek's got nothing of magic. Then you go to Sebilna and touch her with the horn, and she does not unfreeze.
What?
Sebilna Ilgwiv Tasha?
None of those unfreeze her.
Oh.
None of those are her true name.
There's some next name.
Oh wow. Oh, try Baba Yaga.
Still no unfreeze.
Yeah, that should not have worked, but I thought I'd just try. Okay, then let's try Ringle Run.
Ringle Run
Okay.
unfreezes.
But we're doing it from
Behind
wherever
him?
it does not look. Yes,
Okay.
wherever
As
his spell
soon
does
as
not
you
look like it's about to come out.
As soon as you unfreeze him, a cone of cold shoots out from him, completely engulfing that room, coating the whole room in ice. And he looks around, flustered and surprised that you are all there, and his enemies are not.
They are still here. I read your mind and I said that. No. Hello. We need a group name.
Yeah, you guys need your own name.
But anyway,
He blusters and fumbles around and thanks you for releasing him. He tells you what had been happening here before your arrival. So they came after the League of Malavents. They were chasing the League of Malavents. Kellic, and you've defeated Warduke, he says.
And Zarek.
And Zarek.
I shot Skyla from like
And Skyla?
110 feet away, and she fell to her death, and it was pretty darn awesome.
My companions, I see Mercian over there. Can we free her?
Yes.
Okay,
that
so you
is
get-
her name.
You get Mercian freed. It turns out it is her
We
name.
tell him about the dwarf we found and saved. We saved him too.
Elkhorn.
Oh, the
Yeah.
paladin is in
we
midair
also-
above a
yeah.
huge storm.
We
Oh.
also saved Strongheart. We did that. We
Wait.
also saved what was the name of the
Lady.
lady in the mines?
Molliver.
Molliver. We saved her, I think. So,
Okay, so you
I
got
think that
Strongheart,
your
Mercian, and Ringle Run, and now you just
list
got to
of-
find out how to get Sebilna.
debts. My point is, big list of debts that
Right.
the Valor's Call owes us.
I cure everybody 16 hit points, by the way.
Ringle
Oh,
Run
nice.
Yeah.
and Mercian and Strongheart vow to chase down Kellic and bring him to justice for you. And
Sure.
if they could find a way out of here, they would help you get out of here. But they are not sure themselves. They were here at the behest of Sebilna, or they had petitioned Sebilna to chase the League of Malavents, and they don't know how to get back home. They need Sebilna to get them back home.
Do you know her real
They
name?
don't know her real name.
Okay,
So you'll have to explore her palace and see if you can figure it out.
indeed.
All right.
So I'll give
And-
you
All right,
each.
can we go upstairs and use the chime of opening for the nightingale?
Well, let's go
No.
ask Finning first if he knows the name of the door.
So Thinning doesn't know, but he
He's worthless.
says,
Oh.
maybe if you could find Sebilna's familiar, he could tell you.
What was the familiar?
It's a closet, often in the form of a frog. So, we'll take turns picking rooms. You don't need to do a short rest because there's really no chance of dying, I don't think.
Oh,
And
Tom.
most of you don't have hit dice either.
Tom, if there's a chance, I'll do it.
Actually, why don't we take a short rest?
That's a good
Well, I
idea.
don't want to rest.
Why?
I'm at full points, and I will lose my concentration on my hunter's mark.
Okay, well, if you talk everyone else into keep going, you can keep going.
Come on.
So, Portia, ping a room you'd like to check out.
And it doesn't matter whether it's like stag or
No,
lion.
no, because
Okay.
you can move them back and forth if you need to.
Word.
Where do you think you'd find the info
I want
for the
to-
door?
I want to look at for the last tower that of the towers that had like gems in them. I think maybe it's over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you reveal the rest of those towers. That pixie's not there.
Oh, I was like, I found it. Dang.
You find
This
an
is
empty
gem.
turret, and then 48C, you're going to find something there, I think. Yeah, an enameled red coffer rests on a pedestal of rotting wood in the middle of the room, this room here. The coffer contains a plum-sized jewel made of red crystal that hums faintly.
I don't know if this is her familiar, but do you guys want to break it?
Yes.
Bam, bam, bam.
Insight check, whoever wants to grasp the gem to break it. We'll
If
make that-
anybody has strong feelings about that, feel free.
Who's our most insightful?
That might be me. I'm a +7 wisdom.
Definitely big.
Yeah, go for it.
I need
Can
a
you-
strong +1. So.
Can you pop me back to my token?
Sure. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is Sebilna's crystallized desire to punish those who have wronged or defied her. And when you break it, a red cap comes out. Red cap is a little fey creature, murderous,
Yep.
and
Magic
vicious.
We've met.
So there's your red cap. Okay, so next we'll do Tiny G. Where would you like to explore, Tiny G?
To this.
That
room.
room. Okay.
Does the red cap know where her familiar is likely to be?
No.
Okay.
That room is a records room. The walls are lined with compartments holding bundles of rolled paper scrolls. There's an elderly dwarf in gray robes with spectacles resting on the tip of his bulbous nose. He is frozen in time. His quill is dipped halfway into an ink pot, and his bloodshot eyes are fixed on a sheet of parchment in front of him. Reading the letter that he's writing. It says, Dear Rotten Ethel, you have requested access to ancient rituals handed down by Baba Yaga herself, rituals that can be used to fulfill bargains. I regret to inform you that Igwilv is unwilling to share her knowledge of these rituals with you at this time. Your coven has much work to do to earn her favor. Until then, she wishes you well in your dark dealings with Mort. ... He's refilling his pen when he's halfway through writing whatever that word was.
Who is Rotten Ethel?
You finish searching that room, don't find anything else of value in there.
So nothing that would indicate this guy's name.
No. But Thinnings knows his name. His name is Oh, and plus you have another way of knowing his name. Possibly. This book. His name is Kalamanzaras.
Shall we revive people all the time?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't know Sebilna's name either.
Sure.
But who's Mort?
I was writing mortals.
Oh.
Let's see here. Does he have anything else? Unfreeze. He's got a spell book, but he doesn't give that over. He's served Igwil for hundreds of years.
Do you know where her familiar typically hangs out?
No, I don't. So let's see. Next to go is Jotaro. Where would you like to look for the familiar, Jotaro?
Where
do you think that familiar would be hiding?
Well, let me scroll out here and look at the whole thing. I think the familiar would be hiding here. The lion door that was close to the chessboard room that we did go through. Right across the hall from the three heads and jars.
Right.
So that's where I propose we go.
So you come to that room, and here it is on the map. This marble hall is empty except for a tall mirror mounted in an alcove on the north wall. Cold, spectral mist hangs motionless in front of the mirror's reflective surface and covers the floor beneath it.
Looks like a portal to me.
What do you want to do, Jotaro?
Yeah. I'll move up to the mirror and look into it.
Okay. You see your reflection start to fade away. And your heart's desire, if I recall correctly, was to find Sebilna, right? Or what happened to her? And then
that
to
is
travel
my
the
current.
multiverse?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that my true heart's desire is to travel the multiverse.
Okay.
See everything.
Mm-hmm. So you see a tower held aloft by a beanstalk.
Just FYI, that's where I was going to go, by the way. I'm just going to say that.
I should go there.
Okay, you all head there. So you have to climb the beanstalk, and it's growing and kind of difficult to climb. But getting up to the top of it, you come to the ruined tower that's up there. And up in that ruined tower is this. The interior of the tower is a mess of broken furniture and grasping vines. A chest has slid onto a wall and become surrounded by junk. A toad wearing a tiny wizard's cape perches on the lid of the chest.
Very cute.
Hello, it says, as you approach it.
Greetings. I am Jotaro of the Sealy Court.
I
here.
am Igrik, Sebilna's toad familiar.
It is a honor to meet you, Zabilnik, or whatever your name was.
Igrik?
Igrik.
Yes.
Igrik. It's an honor to meet you, Igrik. We are here to help your mistress free from the curse that freezes her out of time. We think that the answer may be behind the multi-locked doors. Do you know how we could get past them?
The multi-locked doors. You know how you can freeze Sebilna?
We thought we did, but apparently we were mistaken. And
We don't know her true name.
Yeah, we don't know her true. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we don't know her true name. We're hoping that that's right. We also need to know her true. Do you know her true name?
Well, Just knowing her true name wouldn't free her.
Oh, well, we already have a
Or we have
unicorn.
we have the unicorn horn.
The toad beams with excitement, hops back and forth across the chest, and says, he lures you in close, and says, her true name is Natasha. Natasha.
We were off by like
Romanov.
2 letters. Oh my gosh. Prismir is in the MCU.
He tells you also that the vault at the top of the central tower contains a vorpal sword that can be used to slay the Jabberwock.
Oh, that's great.
Sebilna acquired the sword as a precaution in case the Jabberwock turned against her. But he's not the biggest living creature in the place. There's an owl even bigger that hates the Jabberwock.
We've heard of this.
Of course, you guys have got through there. And he tells you can bypass the crown locks of the palace doors by writing your names into Sebilna's black book in the central tower.
Oh.
So the black book, if you'd just written your names in it, you ignore all locks. Just like the names of the League of Elements were written in it.
I didn't trust that book at all.
But you know, they didn't reveal that they sold their souls to do that.
Okay, so you can, with the knowledge you have, go get the Vorpal Sword or go awaken Natasha.
Yeah, we'll just do both.
You want the sword first or Natasha first?
Let's do the sword first in case she decides not to let
Is
us get the
Natasha's
sword.
not on your side?
Yeah.
Better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's right.
Okay, so opening the doors, indeed, when you say the word Natasha at the doors, they open right up. And inside is the great sword. Oh, is there a picture? Yeah, here we go. The door opens to reveal a chamber illuminated by drifting balls of colored light. In the middle of the room, a finely forged greatsword floats, point upward 3 feet above a treasure chest. The sword rotates slowly so that the blade catches and reflects multicolored lights. Taking the sword or opening the chest. The greatsword is snick or snack. The levitation effect that keeps it alive ends when the sword is held or moved. And the chest contains its ornate scabbard of phoenix feathers, a gold helmet decorated with heart antlers, and a shimmering silver cloak with a unicorn embroidered on its platinum thread. Let's see, so you got that. And this is really cool. So I'll put this here real quick. Let's see. Yeah. Now that you know her true name, if you look on the carnival map, you'll notice there's a nilbog, a goblin gesture pointing its scepter at an almirage, a horned rabbit, which points its horn at a treant.
Mm-hmm.
If you can figure out what that's telling you and how it's telling you, let me know. You should be able to right-click on that thing and open link in a new tab, so you'll have the map in a new tab. I think that should work. And then if you click it, it should explode. Yeah, bigger. Okay, so top left, there's crowning the Witchlight monarch, and there's a nilbog, a goblin with a scepter pointing to the southwest, southwest to an almirage.
Yes.
So it goes to the griffin ultimately. So it's like tree, apple, swan, griffin. Does it point to the ticket booth?
Well, let's see. Is a griffin pointing to the ticket booth?
A
little south of it, maybe.
Is it the axe with this little star on the
Yeah,
hill?
the griffin does point to the axe, yeah.
And then the axe points up.
It just points to welcome to the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah.
Or...
So it spells Natasha?
Correct.
Yeah.
Nilbog is
How? In what way?
Oh,
Almirage is A.
N-A-T-A
Apple.
S.
Oh.
Wait.
But what's the griffin?
G. Oh, no, it's a harpy, I think.
H.
It's not a hippogriffin.
Hippogriff.
Hippogriff.
Yeah.
H-A. Wow, that's
Pretty amazing,
Crazy.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Of course, you have to know that that's a nilbog and not a goblin.
Right,
and a
that's the tricky
jester's
part.
cap.
There's like only a really
And you just
obscure.
get Gatasha.
Yeah, Katasha. There's only a really obscure reference to there being nilbogs in this place, and that's in the library of the treehouse on its side. There's a book about nilbogs. And it's kind of a weird book because everything's spelled backwards in the whole book.
I remember that.
Nilbog is backwards for goblin, so.
Right.
But it's a pretty deep clue to find that name of Natasha. Okay, so you got Natasha's name, you got Snicker Snack, and now you're going to go and awaken Sebilna, Natasha?
Yes. Uh-huh.
All right. Let's see here.
I'm going to tell her that I really enjoyed her cauldron of everything.
Once more able to move, Sebilna lurches forward a step, then quickly regains her balance. Damn, too late, she says with a snarl. Her eyes dart around in search of enemies before fixing on you. Have we met? She asks. And she gives a knowing look to you, Jotaro.
It's possible we met in passing at one of the many balls that the Sealy Court has thrown, or at their court, or even there may have been times that I've
I think it was
done
you.
work for you without knowing.
Do you remember the story from your family? I think it was your character.
What was the story for my family?
A woman came and blessed you when you were a little baby, and she had a little chicken foot tattoo under one eye.
Oh. Was that something that we developed like during the game? Because it wasn't part of my background.
I think it was during the game, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry, yeah, I did not remember that.
so
take
she
your
gives you
word.
no look for that because she has met you before, but when you were a baby,
Okay.
a little baby rabbit.
Oh.
She's troubled to learn of what's happening in Prismere, and she hangs like on your guys' every word as you describe everything that happened in your defeat of the Hourglass Coven, and eventually unfreezing time in her domain. She looks and she's happy to see that the cauldron has not been damaged at all, and for that, she beholds her intact cauldron and says, "You did well to free me without destroying my cauldron. As a reward, tell me, what is your heart's desire?" So she asks, you can think about that for a second, because she'll ask each of you that. The coven, Valorn is destroyed, so there is no coven anymore. Valor's Call. Valor's Call's alliance with Sebilna persists, at least until the League is destroyed and surviving members taken into custody. Sebilna offers to send Valor's Call and their prisoners back to the material plane, after which Valor's Call and Egwilf go their separate ways. The League. There's only 2 League members who are still at large at the end. In the palace, they try to flee as soon as the time-freezing magic on the palace ends, or on Sebilna, that is, at least.
Who was the second one?
There was a cleric of Orcus that you never met.
Can we also have ensured that the paladin revived in a safe way?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
They know that Sebilna will not forgive them for their treachery, so they're fleeing for their lives. Valor's Call is chasing after them. Let's see here. Treasures. In accordance with the rule of ownership, Sebilna won't allow you to keep Igwolf's Cauldron or the Vorpal Sword Snickersnack. But you can keep any other treasures that you have acquired in her domain, but only because she chooses to bequeath these items to you. Her payment for your saving her is a wish spell.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Is this available? Do you have any questions for her before your wishes are fulfilled? while you're thinking of that.
How did they get the drop on you?
She'll explain that in a second. So, children, as beings of unfettered emotional potential, children of great importance to her, she sees to it that any children held captive by the Hourglass Coven are liberated, rid of unhappy memories, and escorted back to their homes by pixie courtiers. How was she? She was distracted. The Hourglass Coven was infiltrated. She knew she could not trust them. But them, combined with a league of malevolence, distracted her just long enough. The Hourglass Coven was able to use the magic of the cauldron to freeze time. And once they had her frozen in time, they couldn't destroy her, but they could act freely. Let's see if it has more than that.
I think Portia would like to glance at Tiny and say, are you capable of restoring a person to a race that they were originally?
Well, at that point, there was one more person that you guys could free that you recall. Let's see here. It was this elf who was known by Jotaro. So Jotaro, you knew the elf that was in the court, frozen in the court of Kellic.
Mm-hmm.
And that elf was transferring a note to Sebilna. Let's see here. Rezel's had this note, a letter, and it was written with a lowercase g on it. It read, Dear Tiny, I need to tell you a story. While down in Avernus, I made some not-so-nice acquaintances. I managed to evade an archdevil for quite some time, but I caught wind he was going to hunt down the family. I ran into a crone who promised to help me out in return for a favor, and boy do I hate making favors in hell, but I needed to protect you. She transformed you into a fairy to hide you from the devils, and has been watching over you for some time from a distance in the Feywild. I'm sorry you had to find out from me and not your dad, but you really are a fairy. Maybe I can pull some more favors if you want to go back, but I'm kind of pinned down now for now. Love, Uncle Dan. P.S. Have you heard from Tony? I've sent letters up north for a while, but no one can track him down either. I'm sure he's fine. So that crone who made a deal with Dan may or may not have been Sebilna in her form of Igwilv. And she's been watching over Tiny, make sure he stays okay. But now Dan owes Sebilna.
Yeah, that's something for me to figure out later, I guess.
Let's see here. The fall of the Witch Queen. Igwilv, the Witch Queen, created the persona of Sebilna, blah, blah. Never mind that. Over time, I made the mistake of placing too much trust in the hags of the Hourglass Coven. They served in my court as advisors. They waited patiently for the opportunity to overthrow me, and that day came when the League of Malevolence arrived at the palace. For years, the evil sorcerer Kellic had coveted the staff of power wielded by my archenemy, his archenemy, a good-aligned wizard named Wrigglrun. When Kellic uncovered clues to my true identity, he hatched a foolish plan to blackmail me into bringing him the staff. He was betrayed at the 11th hour by his own companion, the warlock Skyla, who secretly swore loyalty to Baba Yaga, my adoptive mother. When the League of Malevolence arrived at the palace, the Hourglass Coven ensured that Kellic's rivals from Valor's Call were close behind. The two factions clashed inside the palace. While I was distracted, the hags used Igwil's cauldron to freeze everyone but themselves in temporal stasis. Unable to agree on who should keep the cauldron, the three hags freed the members of the League of Malevolence from temporal stasis by touching each of them with the unicorn horn, and then hired them to watch over the cauldron. Not long afterward, they lost the unicorn horn. And that's how she got trapped. And how you found the unicorn horn in the mountains of Yon. Because it fell off of the rocking horse
We will return it.
Yeah.
Eladon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can return it and get a unicorn his life back.
We will do that.
Let's see, what else? Any other questions before she grants your wish to return and whatever wish you want?
Like each of us gets a unique wish?
I need to double check how that works for Adventurers League. I think it's a group wish in Adventurers League, but I'll double check for sure. So you can think about it. You don't have to tell me now exactly what it'll be. But there's one interesting thing it could be, if you like. And that is the golden ticket. If any of you take this is what would happen to you. You close your eyes and the world shifts around you. The music of a calliope draws you back to reality. The cool evening air is filled with the sweet smell of candy and the fragrances of autumn. You and your childhood friends skip down the path toward the Witchlight Carnival, clutching golden tickets in your little hands. The adventure ends here, right where it started. And I should have actually read this for you first. To be young again. She offers to harness the time-dilating power of the Feywild to send you back to your home plane as the child you once were, so that you can live your life over without having suffered the terrible losses that brought you to Prismere in the first place.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can go back in time to be a kid again with the golden ticket.
It is very important to know at what stage in my childhood.
She may be able to do other things that could help whatever your desire is, Portia. In fact, it's pretty much guaranteed she could.
Well, uncomfortably, I guess you'll say that the question still stands of whether you are able to return a person to the race they were originally.
I can, she says.
Yeah! That is my heart's desire.
All right. You can tell the party what you were, if you like.
Yeah, Portia is a Yuan-Ti.
Oh, nice.
That's been pretending to be human and wishes she was forced to become Yuan-Ti through a ritual against her will. And...
Was that all the poison sprays?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the speak with snakes. And the magic resistance at the very end there.
You know, that I only just realized that I had at the last battle. Yeah.
That's awesome. Jotaro has a revelation. He really is a Harengon Ranger.
Maynard, you guys find amongst the prisoners over here. The cleric was in this room too, but over here was a room in which prisoners were held over sludge. Let's see here. The sludge-filled tower. So there's a ledge. There are cages, 5 of them hanging from the ceiling. Slender gilded cages that dangle from chains. 3 are occupied. There was a mains in one of them. An incubus in the guise of a male high elf in another one, who flees as soon as he's freed. Another spy for Grazit. Mm-hmm. And then Gren, who recognizes you. He says, "Don't I know you from Terrible Trouble at Tragedor?"
Oh my God.
Oh yes, I played the rake. It was quite a performance.
You would do well in our troupe. Would you be willing to go with me?
Oh, I've dreamed so much of returning to the stage, but I feel that this life of adventure has prepared me for new roles, for new depth. Call it research, but can I return sometime later in my career to take the stage with your company?
I would be honored. I am Gren. I am a member of a troupe called the Greyhawk Mummers.
Oh. Yes. We met them, but they are birds.
Birds? What has that Fey Witch done?
Which one was it?
It was actually...
it was
It wasn't Sebilna. It was
And
Endelin. Yeah, Endelin did it.
Can Sebilna return them to their?
Well, actually, you all can, because you can go anywhere in Prismere you want now, and you know where the gateway is to Greyhawk, or to Gren's home. So by traveling through Prismere, you can go to the Mountains of Yon, and in the Mountains of Yon are the beacons of something, the fiery beacons, and you light them up, and it creates a window in the pool in the middle of them, and you can see the great free city of Greyhawk. And that is where Gren goes, into the great city of Greyhawk. He's got a scar under his right eye you'll be able to recognize him from. Maybe it was like a stage fighting gone a little wrong. They might need your help with that if you ever come visit. Let's see. Okay, so anyone else got anything to wrap up? We got Jotaro, who now can use his newfound contacts for his travels across the multiverse.
Wonderful.
We got Tiny G, who now knows he doesn't have to be a fairy if he doesn't want to be. We got Dan, who's in trouble to Sebilna, or beholden to Igwilv. We got Portia, who's now a human, not a UNT. Maynard, who can join an acting troupe in the future someday. And Big Blue, who is like a father figure to the whole party. And always brings you guys together for dinners in celebration of this time when you freed Sebilna, I imagine. Anything else?
Like a good peace domain clerk, bringing everybody together.
Yes, indeed. Okay, guys, that is the end of Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, Tom.
Hooray!
This was awesome.
Yeah, that was a really cool adventure.
I like it a lot.
Any questions?
Job, Tom. Good adventure.
Yeah. Any questions anyone has got?
So should we rerun it? Maybe just start next week and just rerun it again?
Just do it again.
We'll do it all different.
Just speedrun it.
Speedrun it. Well, I guess I just wanted to make sure that all of our loose ends were tied up.
I think you got everything tied up. Let's see what else I might have here. We know about the kids getting helped. Oh, this is not Adventure League stuff, but Madrick, the warlock that hired you. If you were doing Adventure League characters, they had to have a lost thing. And so for those of you who want to make sure you stay AAL legal and didn't have a lost thing, we can randomly get you a common magic item for your lost thing. We can randomly decide what your lost thing might have been and give you a common magic item for it. But if you don't care about that, then there's Madrick. Holy cow, that's a long one. Madrick Rosloff is happy to hear that Sebilna is now well. When you eventually return back to the prime material plane, the warlock that hired you is happy to hear. He gives you a key and directions to a chest which holds a bag of beans, cloak of displacement, leather armor, under the war mage, and some letters that gain you access to some of the big cities of Toril. Yeah, and if any of you decide you want to be young again, you can always get the golden ticket and go back to the start.
So Madrick's rewards are non-AL. Well, I'm not going to take those because I might use mine for AL.
Right.
Jotaro.
So the Madrick rewards, they'll be on the summary. And also the alternate AL lost thing I'll put on the summary too, if you want to keep your character AL legal. Oh, and there's one more thing that if you guys have started to really press Sebilna with regard to her past as Igwilv, which none of you did, but if you did, this would happen. The Archfae's hair turns from white to raven black, and she appears younger and angrier now than she was a moment ago. She says, "You know nothing about my past. The wars I've won, the enemies I've crushed. I've turned the hourglass on its end so many times. Each turn is a new beginning. Who are you that stands before me and speaks of things best unspoken?" And then what I figured I'd do is have her actually fight you. And even if you would all die, but even if you all died, you'd still come back. And basically what she does is, well, first you have a chance to quell her anger with persuasion checks. But if you fail, you'd fight her. And then in the end, she'd erase all knowledge of Igwilv and Natasha from your memories. So your characters only know her as Sebilna. But you guys didn't do that, so you know her other names. I think that's the end of it.
Yay, that was so much fun.
So much fun. Thank you again, Tom. I really appreciate it. And thank you everybody at the table too, right? So
yeah, it's a great group. So I'll be running a hardcover again, and I'll check in with you guys to see if any of you are interested in playing whenever the next big hardcover comes out. I'm running some stuff for people that I was running for before for an Eberron campaign, but I'll be doing one-off stuff and virtual weekend stuff. So definitely love to play with all of you again.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Yeah, totally.
Tom, are you planning on running a game a week from tonight?
No, no game next week. The Eberron campaign starts the week after.
Wonderful.
Or resumes the week after.
And then...
And I think I'm going to keep it every other week because I got a bunch of travel coming up. So I probably
think you're going to...
I probably won't do cylinders, no. I'll probably push that back a little bit.
No worries. The only tier 2 character I have is Jotaro. So he was going to be sent on a new mission by the Sealy Court if we had done the Candlekeep adventure.
It's cool if Jotaro is going in the multiverse with the monsters of the multiverse and what other next hardcover might come out. He might be able to roll right into it.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I'm going to level him up to 8 because why not? But that's my goal is to try to have consistency with the characters by running them exclusively in whatever adventure, and then if I then do it afterwards, have an explanation for how they got from point A to point B. But this is so. Are you going to? Did you say you're going to look up the wish thing to see if there's anything to add to our characters, or is it just flavor text as far as?
I'm going to look it up. If you're not AL, it would be a full wish that you can use. If you are AL, I'll verify what the rules are, and I'll put that in the summary. And then you'll be able to use, depending on if you want to be AL or not, whichever rules I'll put out there.
I don't know that I'll ever use Jotaro AL, but I think I'm going to try to keep him as AL legal as I can, just to have the options.
Okay.
All right, guys. Good night.
All right, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, folks.
Thank you so much.